Oh man, when's the show gonna start? This is weird.
This is weird.
This is really weird. This is really strange.
It's kind of like we're late, but we're not.
Yeah. Or if I'm ever gonna go live, I don't even know. Well, it's kind of crazy. Things are crazy. I have a lot of like controversial beliefs that I want to discuss right now, especially because I'm not live. You know what I
Like
mean?
what?
Like for the fact is, oh wait, we are live. Oh shit. Okay. Well, never mind.
Oh, I see it right there.
Oh, man. Oh, that was a close one. Oh. I'm just kidding, guys. I have no controversial beliefs.
None at all.
None at all. Whatever you believe, I believe. Unless you
God
believe you're
damn.
right. Unless you believe you're right, then I believe you're wrong.
You're goddamn right, Mendacious C.
The Taylor Show, guest starring her bitch Scoopy or Scoppy. Scoppy? The fuck, dude? There's something bad about TJ. He exists.
Where do I start?
TJ exists. TJ's lazy. I'll give you something bad about TJ. Quite literally today, I had a meeting with TJ, and it's like, all right, TJ, I talked to you about some other stuff. So why don't you give me a call in a minute? I'll call you in like 30 minutes. That was let's see, 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. Still waiting for that call, TJ. Still waiting for that call. Hey, TJ, you get that call? Get that call, TJ? I mean, dude, like, come on. Here, choose your favorite child and buy them a milkshake with this. Make the other kids watch. That's easy.
How many kids do they think we have?
We actually have 12 children.
Oh God.
Like
Poor me.
We're like Mormons. Oh yeah, dude. TJ has been hanging all the fucking time. Are you joking? Like, if you know anything about TJ, there's no way. Like, it's actually surprised when TJ gets back to you in a reasonable amount of time. That's actually the shocking thing. The shocking thing is not like TJ dropped the ball. That's what I expect. Like, you can even ask Taylor. Like, half the time it's like, oh, TJ's supposed to call me, and I'll just like be like, I'll just laze about, and it's like, wasn't TJ gonna call you? And it's like, well, maybe, like it could happen. Is it likely to happen? No. Oh, look at this! I got a fucking text message, probably from TJ.
Probably because he's watching.
Fucking TJ. Blah 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 blah. I can call tonight. You're worthless, TJ. That's not even what you said.
Jimmy says the people want to know where you buried Hollywood's body.
I don't talk about that guy, dude. I don't talk about freaking. I'm talking about that.
Smith Black says my favorite duo, Baki and Yujiro. Who's Baki?
That's where I got Yujiro's name from.
It's a show.
It was an anime I was watching at the time, and I'm like, I thought because Yujiro Hanma is like a fierce character. I'm like, Yujiro will be a fierce dog. He's pretty lazy and fat though, so
it's true.
So he's got a cool name though. I can tell you guys that it's really fucking funny because everywhere I take Yujiro to, like every vet.
Oh, I guess maybe I could show myself because we did put myself on camera.
We did put yourself on camera?
We did.
We did.
Right.
So I'll go, and so many times like, what's your little sweetie pie's name? Yujiro. Like, I don't know how people can't say Yujiro. It literally blows my fucking mind. I mean, I get if you've never seen it before, but like, I've been asked, like, what's your dog's name? It's like, my dog's name is Yujiro.
Right.
And then they're like, they mispronounce his name again. I'm like, I don't get it. I've literally just told you how to pronounce it.
They have a really hard time with pronouncing his name.
Yujiro right now is like, what the fuck did I do? So he's sitting over there in his bed, like, what? Is he looking up? Yujiro, are you looking up? Stay on the cable. I can't see him. Is he even up here?
He's sleeping. Mendacious C says, did you guys watch Nope? If so, what did you think? No, we have not watched it.
Nope.
Nope.
Get it? I'm so clever. I can rent it for like $20 on Amazon at this point, but I don't know. I'm a cheapskate, dude.
We're playing Disco Elysium right now, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're actually doing that. So I do want to see Nope, honestly, but I mean, I really want to see it in theaters. So if I get around to see it in theaters, then maybe I'll do that. Eventually, I'm sure I'll see it though. I'm one of those people. If the ship has kind of sailed on it, like people talking about it and giving a fuck, then it's kind of hard for me to get into it. You know, I'm kind of a bandwagon person when it comes to that, at least.
Cloud Massacre gave us 99 cents. Thank you. That's going towards the headphone fund. I'm using an old pair of headphones, and
they're pretty good though.
I don't like them.
What?
I don't like them.
You don't like headphones?
But we did use the fund to get me a new cord.
You got a new cord.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because last time we did this show, you were doing it with earbuds in, and that's not a fun thing. Like when I see people do interviews and shit, and they have like AirPods in the whole time, I'm like, dude, I would not want to do that.
$20 for a movie at home. Nah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do it.
Pretty much. That's usually how I am. It's like,
it depends, doesn't it?
Well, dude, because they have theater chains where you can go like their big promotion now, which I think is in a couple of days, is $3 to go to the movies. It's like that's not the issue. The issue is not that. I mean, look, a lot of movie theaters are in kind of crummy shape now because theater owners have invested too much money into them. But beyond that, there's just not that many good movies to go see. There really isn't. Like I've looked at because I like going to the movies.
We do.
But I haven't seen anything recently for the most part. Like it was like July and August, but then like pretty much early August, everything just kind of sputtered out. And it's like, and it's a hard argument, with so many streaming services and shit. It's like there's so many movies that if you have a streaming service, you already get and you're already paying for. So to justify spending more, I don't know. Not really for me at this point.
Nope is the best Jordan Peele film.
Okay,
maybe we haven't seen it.
I've heard that. I've heard it's the worst, I mean, I can't tell you my opinion because I haven't seen it. As far as TJ, I did talk to him about it, and he said that he was kind of in the middle on Nope. He's like, yeah, I didn't love it, didn't hate it. Kind of lukewarm. He was lukewarm on it, I would say. That's the only person I know in my immediate circle that has seen it. I think Paul has seen it too, actually, but I haven't asked him about it.
Beef Business says in-ears suck. They make his ears all waxy.
Yeah, dude, you get a bunch of earwax on your fucking headphones. It's no good.
Looking forward to the sequel, maybe.
I see what you did there.
Top Gun 2 was kind of the peak of this year's movies. Well, Avatar hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, that is true. Avatar is coming out, and that might
Avatar 2 might just be the peak.
I mean, but it's a late peak then. It's a very late because they're doing a Christmas release for Avatar, which they did last time, or a December release, if I remember correctly. I remember walking out of Avatar and just being like, wow. 3D is actually worth it again. And then I saw a bunch of shitty movies in 3D and I was like, never mind. What really cemented that to me was I saw Clash of the Titans, the remake. They did it in 3D and it was horrible. And I went and read about it because I was curious. I'm like, how did they even put that out? And they literally paid some company like $7 million after the movie was made to just put a bunch of crappy 3D effects in. I'm like, I see.
You know what that makes me think of is Journey to the Center of the Earth with
Brandon Fraser.
Brandon Fraser.
Okay, yeah.
And it was also with the kid that was in Bridge to Terabithia. What is his name?
I've read the book Bridge to Terabithia, but I haven't seen the movie.
I have to look this up now.
Because by the time I was old enough where they made the movie, I don't think I was into that kind of crap. Is that where the kid dies or something?
Oh, Josh, not Jonathan. Josh Hutcherson, this kid. He's
probably an adult by now.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be.
Oh, he looks kind of weird.
Yeah, maybe so.
DFF meetup at a rented theater arcade would be rad as fuck. That happened in our DP days. There's a place called in Columbus, Ohio called 16-Bit, which is a bar and arcade. I'd love to go back there. It'd be kind of hard to do a stage show there, though. But I mean, we could just do an old school meetup.
We can just do it for fun.
For fun? No, I don't do things for fun.
Okay.
I'm a Ferengi. I do things for profit. I have a profit motive. Like when I'm dead, you'll sell my desiccated corpse for profit.
Just got here. Has Taylor or Mr. Scott?
Mr. Scott
been more right today?
I'm always right. You're the one that's wrong. Misunderstanding that.
Peyton says we both look healthy.
You both look healthy.
We went to the gym yesterday.
Peyton, do you look healthy? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're looking healthy as well, sir.
It was our first time in quite a while.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Peyton.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. Looks like trash.
Dude, I'm actually interested in Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio a lot more than the new Disney one. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably end up seeing the new one just because I like to take in the culture. Hey, if they've got a new movie coming out.
My eyes are still recovering from watching Spy Kids 3D. Mine too.
No, I never saw that crap. Too old for that. But by the time that shit started coming out, I was old enough where I was like, nope, this isn't for me.
Black the Berserker says, I missed the meetup at 16-bit because you guys had to move it to a weekday. By the time I was able to show up, everyone was gone.
I don't think that maybe it was on a Friday, but we would never do it like we would never do it like on a Monday or a Tuesday. Like I think that was on a Friday, maybe. So it's not really. I mean, I guess it's kind of a weekday. I don't remember it like that. I mean, I could be wrong. I got super fucking drunk, so I guess we can look it up. Yeah, I guess we can look it up if we really want to.
I was looking up the lizard in his
Oh.
profile. I was like, oh, that's a cool one. Gila Monster.
Yeah,
That's what I figured.
We'll have to look up the fucking. We had a fucking meetup 7 years ago, anyways. It's probably irrelevant. Yeah, that was a good one though. You really missed it.
Silhouetted animator says, I hope they go really dark with the Del Toro Pinocchio. Liked the Italian one from 2019. Looked freaky.
I think that's how it's gonna be. That's why I'm anticipating it because it kind of looks like it's gonna be weird. I like weird shit. The new Disney one, ugh, I don't know.
It's so weird seeing Scotty on both sides of Taylor right now. I could move it, I guess. But then you see this light. I don't know.
I cannot shoot. It's so weird because look, my arm is really long. My arm is traveling the length of the globe to pat you.
No, now it's not good.
Look how long my arm is, Taylor.
Y'all kind of had this with the DP days as well. Like you could see the just why don't you scoot over?
What is she doing to me? Yeah, this is weird, Taylor. What are you doing?
I'm bummed there's not going to be any donkey kids in Del Toro's version.
I didn't hear that. That's sad. I'm really sad to hear that.
I'm sad to hear that.
Was that something
too.
that Disney just invented whole cloth to the story or something? That was one of the few things I actually liked. So, I mean, fuck. That's what, especially about the original Disney version when they go to the island and of course they all get turned into jackasses. It's lovely.
Spousal abuse.
You guys, oh look, it glitched. It tried to glitch to protect you. Oh, stop! Stop! Don't do it! No. Don't do it! Don't do it!
All right, let's get started. Don't you agree?
Get started on what? What am I even here for?
Damn. Okay, Becca. All right.
Hey, as long as you watch, that's all that matters. The reason I care not. I care not for your reasons. Only what happens in the end.
I like Becca, Scotty.
And she's free.
She is.
And not free in the sense of it, like she's free. Like she's free to roam, free to live.
She's free for me. Weren't the Donkey Kids some type of racism? I haven't seen it in forever, but I thought I heard something about that. How?
That sounds like something you would hear. Wasn't that like a racism or something? I don't know.
They're animals, though.
Yeah, how is that racist?
I don't know.
Is it implying that the kids were like, there's like some racial thing? I mean, look, it's an old Disney movie, so you're probably right, but at the same time, that's not how I choose to interpret.
We can't say that we like it because then, No,
I like it. I mean, I don't know if it was racist. I mean, the meaning was lost on me.
Remember Twitter user who would argue with TJ and Paul and tell Scotty to move on and be successful without them? I wonder if he watches You're Wrong.
I have no way of knowing.
If he does, he'll have to give a super chat. That's the only way I'll know.
Yeah, that's not the only way. That's the only way I'll know. Because I mean, I don't know. Hard to keep track of all shit. Now she just banned from Twitter, which is sad.
Maybe they did.
Blackface looking. I don't know. I don't remember that, but I don't have the greatest memory in the world, so maybe it did happen.
Are you excited for God of War Ragnarok?
I like the original series more.
I remember you playing a God of War game recently.
Yeah, then it was the new one. But Not Ragnarok. Honestly, I really like gaming systems that are very basic and stripped down. I don't really like any sort of like make this item, craft this thing, do this. So when they kind of introduced more elements to that story, I didn't really favor that. I kind of just want to go and beat the shit out of stuff.
You like simple games.
Yeah, I'm not one that's a big fan. Like, I'll never play a Dark Souls game because I'll just get frustrated. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to have to like, okay, you have to do this and learn this and level this up and figure this out, then still die a million times. Like, that's not my kind of game. Like, I like puzzles. That's why I like the game Disco Elysium that Taylor's playing.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Like, I like games like
it's
that.
not the typical game that I would play because I'm more for simulation games. So, like the games that I currently have on my Steam account that I play kind of frequently or Planet Zoo. I want to get Planet Coaster. There's this game. Oh, Stardew Valley, obviously, which I recently got into again. Trying to think of some other ones. Oh, that house game I play, but I'm not sure what that's called. What is it called?
I don't know.
House design or something?
I don't know nothing. Why you asking me?
Sims 4. Sims 4 sucks.
I never really got into those kind of Sims games. Except
City Skylines.
Sim City's fun though.
City Skylines is good. There's a game about beavers building a town that I want to try.
I thought you wanted to play Stray.
Stray, that's not a simulation game though. And I've heard that one is really short and isn't really worth the money.
Oh, shit.
Like it's a game that's you're pretty much done within a couple of hours. I don't want to pay $60 for that.
Like that Resident Evil 3 remake they did. Stevie told me, he's like, dude, we can beat the game in 3 hours. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Then we went and played it and we did it and we're like, what the fuck, dude? This is bullshit. Dude, we gotta get this advice shit though.
Hey Scotty, hey Taylor from Emily.
Hey.
Sims 3 is the best. Sims 3 was the best. That's when they introduced pets. And you got a ton of DLCs, which I didn't have money to get, but like they had university and different furniture packs. But that's also when people started modding the game. So you didn't even really have to get DLCs.
You know what the problem with that shit is though? When the rise of DLC shit, it's when gaming became all about the fucking almighty dollar, dude.
It's true.
It was like you saw it, and it's like now it's like loot boxes and this and this. Like, let's monetize every possible fucking thing we can in the gaming experience. Oh, it's what makes me so sad to think about Blizzard. It's like now Microsoft owns Blizzard, and it's like, dude, when I was a kid, it was just some scrappy gaming studio that was putting out cool games. Now it's just like this mega corp doesn't give a fuck about anything it puts out, and is like, hey, you want to fucking get your character all geared out in this new Diablo mobile game? Oh, it's actually going to cost you $600,000 to do it. Like, fuck you guys. Fuck this shit. You got to be a millionaire to fucking be the best in this game. Like, fuck off.
What's your favorite game, Scotty?
Of all time? Oh, shit, is that my car? Oh, shit, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Let's take that off, please.
That's why you don't wear keys when I'm doing a show. Of all time?
Sims 4 is such a scam. Yeah, I agree.
That's tough, dude.
Yeah, all-time favorite game.
Probably Warcraft 2.
Why?
It was the first PC game I really ever got into and just played it. I just spent hours playing that game. And then I got into like Warcraft 3. And then there was like, we're doing this WoW shit. And they lost me there. Cause I'm an antisocial person.
You didn't like WoW?
No, I'm not a big fan. I've played it, of course. I played, I got to about level 80 when that was the level cap. I just am not really into the whole like running with people and talking to people. Like, I like gaming that's more like I'm more introspective as a person. I'm not like I don't use gaming to be social. So to me, it's very difficult to want to do something where it's like it's kind of orchestrated around being social. Like, I don't want that.
See, I loved WoW.
Oh, well, I mean,
I damn near destroyed my life over WoW.
Well, you're probably more into that aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that WoW is all just raids and shit, but that's like higher level shit. That's what it's about.
You know what I liked about it? And it wasn't because I played with a lot of people, because I only played with one person. But what I liked about it was that it was almost like a never-ending story, so the game never really ended. You know?
Now, I like finality.
Oh, do you?
We got some advice shit that we gotta do.
All right, well, I'll finish these out. Never knew you played Stardew Valley. Yep. Stray isn't full price, but yeah, it's short. I don't remember how much they said it was, but
It should be free for me. Free.
if you get the highest PSN tier, you can play that in other games for a flat fee of $100 a year. Don't we have PlayStation something?
PlayStation Network. No,
Oh,
we don't have it. We don't play console. I mean, enough really to be worth it.
how does your mom feel about TJ being bi? I don't think it ever comes up. I don't know.
We've never really talked about it, to be honest with you.
Mom, let's talk about TJ being bi.
I don't. I mean, I'm sure she knows about it. I just don't really think she cares that much. I mean, it's not really an issue to her. I mean, I guess if it was, she would tell me. But no, we've never really discussed it. There's never really been any need to. You know, it's like, what are we gonna? I mean, like, look, from our perspective on it, it's just like, TJ is just a part of the family. So, I mean, does TJ make weird decisions sometimes? I'm not saying being bi is weird, but just saying, like, does TJ do shit? Like, yeah, he does, but I don't know if as long as he wants to do it and he's happy. I mean, I don't give a fuck. What are you doing?
Hold on 1 second.
How dare you answer a text message?
Ally or horde?
What was so important? I'm checking.
My mutter. I was
Taylor.
God, it was so long ago. I played.
Sorry, I thought here's Taylor's text message. Taylor, you're a terrible person. I disown you. Your mom.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
That's fucked up, dude.
I played a night elf druid, so I was a part of the alliance.
Horde.
You already knew this. All right, let's do this.
Come on. You guys think I was an alliance? Come the fuck on. Do it, Taylor. Do it.
I'm trying.
Okay. Dude, this is unusual starting with one of these, huh?
Yeah, let's start with this. Help!
I need somebody help. Not just anybody help. I came into a large inheritance. Then my boyfriend's true personality emerged. Oh shit, that always sucks, dude. That always sucks, man. But this happens with people.
He used to be a lovable, down-to-earth guy. No, he wasn't.
This happens to a lot of people, surprisingly. Like, they find it's like they're just living a normal, like, middle class, maybe lower middle class life, even poor. Because obviously, if you're rich, I mean, it's not going to be a revelation if someone gave you a bunch of money, So obviously, we're excluding rich people. Fuck them. And then someone's like, yeah, my great uncle died and left me $3 million in his country estate. And suddenly it's all like a side of that person comes out like, it's mine. It's all mine. But really with inheritance, that is not yours. That's one of the things that even if you're married, like Louisiana, for example, is a community property state.
I don't believe it should be.
But, if Taylor gets a huge inheritance, that happens, which obviously that's what I'm counting on, of course. But when that happens, I don't get shit. Why should I? In my opinion, like, I shouldn't get shit. I didn't do anything. Now, if she chooses to give me some shit for it, that'd be great. But if she says, you know what, motherfucker, it's all mine, and I'm buying a horse, nothing I can do about it. But that's considering we're married. Now, boyfriend, husband, whatever. Like, I don't know how they they are. Maybe they're both maybe it's two dudes. But sorry, you don't get any someone's inheritance. And I'm just predicting that's where this is going because obviously he changed. I'm guessing he probably wanted to like quit his job and like, look, I've always wanted to travel the world, take a sabbatical, and you're gonna fund this all. And she's probably like, no, like I won't be funding any of this. But let's find out. Enough speculation.
Is Taylor Canadian? Do I sound Canadian to you?
No. Taylor's from the dirty South. Boy.
His last girlfriend was a Canadian. That was like 6 years ago.
Not even my last. Like no.
Your last long term.
Well, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, my last long term girlfriend was Canadian. Huge mistake, by the way. Canadians are nasty people.
It's true.
Terrible.
They are nasty.
Nasty, disgusting, terrible people.
Dear Prudence, I am a 26-year-old woman. My parents are well.
You are?
No, not anymore.
Oh shit! Okay, well, wait a minute.
Not anymore. My parents are well off, and I enjoyed
the
private
things.
And I enjoyed private education, nice vacations, and a number of other advantages. But it was always understood that I would go to college, pursue a career, and make my own way through the world. Recently, my grandmother died and left me and my siblings enough money that theoretically we don't have to work unless we want to.
Talking millions, baby. Millions upon
It's gotta be a lot.
millions. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like if you're talking about an amount of money where it's like, we don't have to work really. I mean, like I think she's saying theoretically, obviously, because of like, I mean, yeah, we could still work if we wanted to, but not for any sort of economic reason.
Right. I hadn't realized before then how substantial my inheritance was. I love my work and have no intention of quitting. Everyone I know works. My boyfriend has changed overnight from being a lovable, down to earth guy to being someone I don't recognize. He is pressuring me to quit my job and work with him on an unfounded travel blog. He has also recently started being inexplicably rude to wait staff and is expressing increasingly conservative views about poor people.
Wait, okay. Oh my god. So this dude basically was a total piece of shit.
Hmm.
And then he thinks because his girlfriend got a huge inheritance and he found like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna get like $10 million or something. And suddenly he's all like, I'm rich! Yes, it's me! I'm wealthy and well off! Come here, you sniveling little piece of shit! Give me more bread rolls, garçon! Now! And like, Donald Trump had some good points about that wall. It's like, what the fuck happened? Like, he became like an alt-right asshole that mistreats like people in the service industry overnight. I guess he thinks he's better. And the funny thing is, it's like, it's not even him that's getting the money. Like, he has nothing to fucking do with it at all. Like, he just happens to be in her life, and it's nice. But like, why would you become full of yourself because someone else got inherited a bunch of money? I don't get that.
Sorry, I'm having to find myself back. The other day, he made an overtly racist joke about our cab driver's nationality and his laziness. He really has completely changed.
I mean, yeah, he's like xenophobic. He sounds like he's racist. He sounds like, you know, and I mean, honestly, like, here's the thing with racism. You could even just say, hey, maybe this guy's been brainwashed by people around him or something. But the thing that really is the nail in the coffin is like, even people he doesn't have to be a dick to, like people who literally he thinks like work in the positions like they're a server or something. So that basically means like that, like he literally is interpreting like server is like you work for me and should scrape and bow and like just be lucky for what the crumbs I give you. And by the way, baby, let's start a travel blog. It's like he has no interest in that. So if you actually cared about her as a person, maybe you could pitch her that idea. And she goes, maybe. And here's another idea. If you want to do that, why don't you try to convince her to give you the money to do it yourself? If that's really what you're interested in, maybe she would. But like, you can't just try to railroad someone into your dream. If that's not their dream, that's fucked up. Doesn't matter how much money they have or don't have.
I don't feel like he's changed though. I feel like she's noticing this more though.
Well,
You see what I'm saying? I don't know.
you think she's just seeing a correlation because the money maybe
Right. Because I think she's looking at him differently now too. Because now she has a substantial amount of money and he doesn't have anything to offer. So maybe she's now noticing these bad habits of his.
dude,
Like this personality that they like their personalities don't mesh. And she's realizing it because she wants to get out. Because now she has money. She wants to find someone with money also.
This dude needs to fucking immediately affect a change in his life. He needs to be like, look, I'll take a white for Jodie course or whatever it is you want. Like if he wants to get that money, he's got to do what he's got to do. But look, if you're writing a letter like this, he's already done.
Oh yeah. Oh, I wanted to read this real quick. Noah, or no, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Said, thanks for reading my comment. Here's some money. Love you guys. Thank you.
Sweet, dude. Thank you. We always love money.
And look at the next comment.
Yeah.
Money's power and power corrupts. I don't know if $10 is going to get us to corruption status.
I'm completely corrupt, dude. Right. I have now been corrupted. Thank you.
All right.
Back to the story, though.
She was mortified. When I challenge him on some of his more offensive behaviors, he tells me he's joking. I feel like this shift has occurred only since we discovered I had more money. I don't want to break up with him because I love him, but am blindsided by the change. Is this who he always was, or has the money changed him? No, that's how he always was. Like, if you're a good person, getting money is not going to change that. Like, you can't just change your personality that way. It would take a lot longer for someone to get money and then it changed their personality, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know?
The money is probably just the catalyst for the change,
Right.
though. Like, it's probably just like, hey, now that we have all this money, I can be however I want. It's not gonna matter. I think it's probably because he doesn't feel restrained at this point. It's like, oh, well, we'll always have money. It doesn't matter. Like, I can lose my job or I can be as offensive as I want. What is anyone gonna do to me?
Right. Cause now he
He
doesn't have to like he might before where he felt like he might be one of those servers at a restaurant, he might have to work with that person because he has to get a job.
like I'm a pleb, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pleb. Now he's not.
He feels like he's moved up in the world, which is basically called "fuck you" money. Here's the problem though.
He doesn't deserve fuck you money.
If he inherited the money, then maybe he would have "fuck you" money. Maybe he would, but brother, the facts remain the facts. Like, you didn't inherit shit. She inherited it, so whatever you get is what you're given. Like, you don't have any right to the money. Like, even if you were married, you wouldn't probably have any legal claim on the money unless like they had met you and been like, "Oh, we loved him. Give him 500 grand or something."
I wish somebody loved me like that.
So
Oh, Jimmy's gonna help us on there. 199 to rule them all.
I mean
That's right.
That does it. Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy.
This is a case of just probably a combination of those two things.
Exactly, Damien. Thank you. I 100% agree. She wants to break up with him and just wants social permission. That's what it is. Easy.
And I don't really read their advice, but I mean that's probably the advice that's going to be given.
I see at the beginning sentence says, "I'm not sure if your boyfriend has always been like this." In the sense that he's been counting on your inheritance, but no, your grandmother's money didn't magically and overwhelmingly change him into a selfish, self-centered, thoughtless, racist person. Yeah, no, money doesn't.
I think it did. I think it magically.
I think it could, but it would take a lot longer than
I think some magic super Nazis showed up, talked to him, and then he's like,
Jordan Peterson?
Oh, the other ones.
Oh, okay.
Showed up and they revealed the ways of super magic, Nazism to him. And he was so like wowed by it. He's like, you know what? I've completely changed. Oh, and as an aside, my girlfriend inherited a bunch of money. It's like, oh, well, maybe that could have done it too. I don't know.
You can stop being a pleb by joining Pessimist Productions Patreon. That's right, the Saint 3.
That is very true.
It's true. Scotty, do you remember Lord Gimbly?
I can't forget.
Okay.
I've always wanted you to do another one of those, by the way, but TJ's lazy. You remember, TJ's a lazy fuck. Let's go in reverse order today. Let's reverse it. Dear Prudence, help! My coworker is demanding to have sex with my husband. And she says our marriage is a sham if I don't let him do it.
Okay.
Like, who cares what this person even, like, yeah, see, this to me is already like, this is a pushover person. If this is real, this is a total fucking pushover. Because, like, at that point of, like, you need to let this person do it because I want this. Just like, fuck you. Who cares what your opinion is about anything in my life? And just leave me the fuck alone. I don't even want to fucking know you. Like, if you're, like, asking, like, if you're going to the point where you're seeking advice on this, like, here's my advice. Get a fucking backbone. Tell this person to go fucking pound sand till the end of time. Dear Prudence, I have this coworker, Vanessa. I'm sure that's her real name. Who's always had a weirdly competitive attitude towards me. I have no idea why. I tap my leg, Taylor. Stop it. Unless she resents that, I'm at least as skilled and valued as an employee as she is. Despite not being skinny or hot. Oh, you're not like skinny.
What does being skinny have to do with anything?
Like hot. So like, I don't like you. Okay. Our company's summer picnic was our first in-person family party. Family? Family party since pre-COVID. And Vanessa met my husband for the first time. Since then, she has not shut up about how cute he is and the things she'd like to do to him. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, damn. I suspect this is partly, if not solely, to screw with me. Since my husband does not seem like Vanessa's usual type. You never know. I would go to HR, except our HR manager is a close friend of Vanessa's, so I'm afraid that might impact me worse than her. Yeah, correct. You're 100% correct. Like, if you're already realizing that, nothing's going to be done about this. Like, you're gonna have to either quit this company or just stand up to this person. Vanessa and her long-term boyfriend are in an open relationship, a fact she is extremely candid about. I mean, yeah, if she's just telling everyone we're poly,
I'm not like other girls.
we're poly, we're poly, we're poly, we're poly. Yeah, if she won't shut up about it, then yeah, she probably does want to bang her husband. Like you're saying, it's probably to screw with me. I think it's to screw with your husband.
Yeah, and by the way, that never works.
Like, come on, like you're saying it's not usual. It's like okay, she's going on about open she is. Like the reason she's telling you this is she's hoping there's some way she can maneuver it into not only dominating you as a person, but also then fucking your husband and having that over you for the end of time. So this is a total like power play in your life. This person is pulling. She wants to tell me, tell my husband that she'd like to have a threesome with him and one of her hot younger girlfriends. Ew.
Wait a minute. I don't get to be involved with this.
Yeah, you get fucking drummed out.
So the wife just gets pushed to the side. What is she supposed to do?
She swears this would be just a one-time thing, one time only, one night only, and completely consensual and above board.
I hope it's consensual.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you'd hope it'd be consensual and above.
Why
board.
bring that up?
I don't know.
That's a weird thing to say. It's going to be consensual. Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, like what was going on that wasn't going to be consensual and interesting, but I guess we don't have any more details on that part of it. If I won't tell him, she wants me to give her his cell phone number so she can get in touch with him herself. Wait, so it's like, oh, if you won't do it,
balls on this bitch.
She keeps repeating that if I won't at least let her put the offer to him, it means I don't trust him and my marriage is a sham. Who cares what her opinion is? Like, dude, this is not going to happen. As much as, Vanessa wants this to happen, unless this dude is basically looking to just end his relationship with the person writing this letter, it's not going to happen. Okay, yeah, Prudy, my husband and I have been married 13 years. Okay, yeah, there's that seems very unlikely. They have 3 kids under 10. We love each other to death. We're monogamous, and I've always been faithful. But I can't be 1,000% sure he'd say no to a one-time threesome with 2 gorgeous women if left it completely up to him.
He'd probably say no.
I mean,
he doesn't know them.
Yeah, it's like you expect him to go yes? Like
men are not like there's a hole, let me stick my dick in it. That's the weirdest shit.
I mean, yeah, if he wanted to cheat, he already would have been able to do it. But this is insecurity. Plus, you have someone in your life that's literally like social engineering, like fucking your significant other.
While you've already said you're uncomfortable with
it's like, no, I'm just not into this. No, well, your marriage is a sham. It's like,
well, it'd be one thing if you were like, I'd like to have a threesome with you and your husband, but you're like, I want to have it.
Do you like not be there? So this is the case of that, like Vanessa basically is like,
why would she even ask her that?
Here's what happened. Vanessa was like, okay, it's the company picnic. And of course, she's this like the frumpy girl she hates. Like, oh my God, I can't stand her. Then she met her husband. She's like, oh, he's way too hot for her. It's way too hot for her. Like, I'm poly, by the way. Did you know that? And like, you should let me fuck your husband.
How do you know if someone's poly?
I'm poly, and should let me fuck your husband.
Don't worry, they'll
right
tell
now.
You.
Yeah, like
they'll tell you.
You should let me have sex with your husband right now. Like,
and they're almost always someone that you would never want to fuck anyway.
It's like, but where do you think this is gonna go? It's like, so these people are in a long-term relationship. You're just gonna stroll in and just be like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's make this happen. Yeah, she's not involved, but yeah, I want to be involved with this person. Like, you're right. It'd be one thing to say, let's have a threesome involving the couple and me, but it's literally like, let me cuck you and have you agree to it. And it's like, what should I do? It's like, is there any merit at all to Vanessa? Well, I guess we'll finish it. Is there any merit at all to Vanessa's assertions that means we're better off divorced? What should I do? Are you on fucking drugs? Like, this person is so fucking spineless. They have to ask this question. Like, you're basically asking. What Vanessa's asking is, can she cuck you? So unless you want to be cucked, the answer is no. And you should tell Vanessa to go fuck herself. She ain't fucking your husband. Like, grow a fucking spine. Like, if you literally can't defend your own marriage, that's probably the most grievous thing about that to me. Like, I know everyone doesn't have to be super assertive and like, I'll do you, I'll fight you. But like, you got to fucking fight for the things that matter to you to some degree. And if this person is literally just like, will not shut the fuck up about it, you got to stand up and be like, Vanessa, it's never going to fucking happen. I don't want you to fucking do it again. I'm gonna every time you come over, I'm gonna start recording you every time you say this, or record that bitch. Just be like, here you go. Then go to HR with that. Then if a little fucking friend goes, oh what? It's like, okay, then just go above her. Like, here, look, they're literally, I'm being sexually harassed. I mean, asked to have my husband have sex with this person.
That's what she's doing. She is harassing.
It's like, so
her.
here you go. Like, just get fucking concrete evidence. And if they don't want to fucking fire, then find another fucking job and block Vanessa from your fucking life. If someone has no respect for you, they have so little respect for you that they're doing this to you. Either beat the shit out of them or fucking walk away and just like, and be like, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear from you again. Like, don't talk to me. Like, I don't like, we work together, but that's all. Don't bring up anything besides that. You bring up anything, I just walk out of the room. Fuck that shit, dude. Like, this is such weak-willed shit. Like, you gotta stand up for your fucking self, 100%. Like, this is just like, I'm sorry, but this is kind of fucking pathetic that someone would need to know this. Like, it really is. I don't mean to shit on this woman, but like, it really fucking is.
Nikki says agree to it, and Polly is hot. Yeah, Polly is hot if you like the other.
Nikki's like, fuck that, do it. Yeah, but you're saying Polly is hot.
Okay, yeah, but wait. I have something to say though. Polly is hot if you like. Stop it. Stop it.
Don't ever interrupt me again.
Stop it.
Don't ever interrupt me again.
It's hot if you like the other person, and she doesn't like Vanessa. That's the point, though. That's what with all of this is that she doesn't like Vanessa. Her and Vanessa are not friends, right? They're not friends.
How hot do you think Polly is? Here's a question: how hot, Nikki, do you think Polly is?
Pretty hot.
If no, I'm trying to make a point. If it was like, wow, these three people are gonna have sex, and you are not one of them. Oh, but I get to watch, right? I get to watch, and you will not be watching. Like, then how hot is that? That doesn't sound. That doesn't sound hot at all.
If you're a cuck queen, though, it could be. Except she doesn't like Vanessa. That's the fucking whole point of this.
Yeah, so it's
right?
Like, there's nothing she's.
That's why it's not hot. She doesn't like Vanessa.
You know what's hot is the three people are like being consensual in that. Now, if she was a cuck and it was like this was like her dream thing, then hey,
then she would be friends with Vanessa.
Yeah, she would love Vanessa. Oh, Vanessa, please beg my husband, please, I beg of you.
She wouldn't be asking Prudence because she'd be watching right now.
Trouble trusting this. No shit, you should have trouble trusting this. I've never seen a bigger fucking red flag. It's like a red flag beating you over the fucking skull. It's like, It's like, what the fuck do you think?
Smith Black gave us $5. Thank you. And says Vanessa senses the cut queen energy coming off of this lady. I don't think that energy is there. And if it is, she doesn't want it with Vanessa.
Yeah, it's not for Vanessa.
That's why. The whole point of this is that Vanessa's a shit ass and she doesn't want it to be Vanessa, even if she is one. Okay? That's the whole point.
Agreed.
Right. Thank you, Colby. File a sexual harassment claim.
Very true. I mean, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous at that point.
Emily says, my husband and I had an open thing with threesomes and more sums. Damn, Emily. Okay.
Went for the orgy.
When we were kids, but I would never pressure anyone. I even cautioned people who wanted to try and ask me for advice.
That's because you're a reasonable person.
I've known multiple people that had poly relationships, and it doesn't usually work out.
But yeah, I mean, but
it can, but it also, I feel like the ones that it does work out, they also go through periods of monogamy. Like they might have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but they're almost always kicked to the fucking curb. It's never a permanent thing. That's what I've noticed. I'm not saying that never happens. Maybe there's people that have been together for 50 years, 3 people, but I'm just saying it's not very common either.
I've definitely seen long-term polyamorous relationships work out. Not a lot though. I'm being entirely honest, but honestly, a lot of monogamous relationships don't work out either.
Yeah, they mainly fail. That's not the point of it.
It's all about the people. It's always the people, and it's always the circumstances and what's going on. So you have to be a little more nuanced than that. I won't say anything's gonna fail at all, unless it actually has.
What the fuck? Damien says Scotty's gonna show up to the next show with a black eye the doorknob gave him.
I love you, Taylor. Let me kiss your hand. Oh!
Right.
I think Taylor's like the least violent person you'll ever meet. So if I have a black eye, it probably was the doorknob. Actually.
Even to my detriment, really. This girl sounds like she's into humiliation or something weird.
It kind of does. But I mean, not with Vanessa, at least.
Oh, Nikki was talking about Polly is hot and is now like, Colby is cute. Emily is cute. Okay, Nikki. Somebody fuck Nikki, please.
Yeah, Nikki is a perv.
Nikki needs it.
All right, let's move on to the next.
Yeah, let's go to the next thing.
Let's move on to the next one. Okay.
We're gonna have to enhance.
All right, focus.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Enhance.
All right, that's good.
Am I the asshole for serving my sister's husband dinner using toy utensils?
even if you are, I don't really know. I have to hear the story behind
Hold
this
on, wait.
one.
Nikki's finding love in the comments.
What is love?
Nikki is cute. Does Nikki live in SoCal? I'm cute, Nikki. I'm the cutest. This has been confirmed. Right, Matt?
I mean,
Y'all
yeah.
need to get with Nikki after this, okay?
Yeah, we'll have to have a You're Wrong forum or something. You guys,
Right.
you guys can all swap spit.
Am I the asshole for? Yeah, we get this. I, male 17, moved in with you, sister, with my sister.
I, male 17, moved in with you, sister. After my parents kicked me out for coming out. Another story. Damn. This person, I'm already getting the sense of drama sense tingling.
Yes.
Drama sense tingling.
Am I the drama?
You know, if you're always the one that is in these dramatic situations, then you're probably the dramatic one. My parents kicked me out for coming out. Another story. They said, I'll be here temporarily till I get back to normal, which I don't think I will. LOL. Well,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that's that's some wishful thinking on your parents' part. And not to mention, kicking someone out is not going to really incentivize them to be like, you know, to be that way. Like, how's that going to really change someone's sexuality? It doesn't seem to be very logical. But hey, I guess, you know, they can have regressive views. But anyways, so I moved in with my sister and her husband about a month ago. FYI, she does everything around the house. I started helping here and there. I mean, you're living there, so you should probably help out.
Yeah.
As well as looking after a 2-year-old niece. Now she's 6 months pregnant. And now she's 6 months pregnant. Oh my God. All right. So sounds like she's really hot to try to having a bunch of kids, but I don't know.
Maybe she's just having the two.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't judge.
I'm judging, man. I'm judging. Sounds like they're having a hard time.
Interesting.
Sounds like they're having a real hard time, Jack. Brother-in-law does nothing because he's the breadwinner, as he claims, but in my opinion, he's taking it a bit too far. So an example is, he'll tell her to start his laundry once he takes off his clothes, put dinner on the table once he's home, get the shower ready, and so on. Dude, how fucking lazy you have to be to get the shower on? It's literally like turn a fucking nozzle. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, I don't know. I mean, I've definitely asked people to turn the shower on for me before, but it's like, it's also something that's so easy that, like, why would you? I don't know. I guess it depends how it's done. But
it sounds like she goes to work also.
Oh, that's fucked up then.
It's fucked up anyways.
Well, it says he's the breadwinner, so I mean, does that
mean he makes the most?
Actually makes that.
It says as he claims, though. As he claims.
Well, that's generally my interpretation of that is he works and she stays at home. But I mean, I'm not saying that's true. I don't know.
Even if she does stay at home. Even if she does.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Even if she does stay at home, like, do my laundry winch and put dinner on the table, get my shower ready.
Yeah, Taylor, you know what? Is dinner on my table right now?
Are you 4 years old?
Excuse me, Taylor. Is dinner on my table right now?
It might actually be. I don't know.
Oh, shit. Is it?
It might be. I don't know. We're not there, though.
They fight a lot because my sister is exhausted and burnt out. Shocking. And she's having another kid. So good luck with that. I usually put my headphones on and mind my own business, but 2 nights ago, there's a lot of commotion. Once Heart home, I don't know, once they're home. So I went to see what the issue is. Yeah, so he's hearing a lot of commotion in the house. Turns brother-in-law, so it turns out brother-in-law was complaining about dinner, and my sister was too exhausted to get up. I mean, the dinner was already cooked. But he wanted her to put it on the table basically to put it on the table for him.
Learned incompetence is what.
How fucking lazy can you be? She made dinner and you
put it on the table,
and you can't get a plate and add things to that plate. I mean, it sounds like if anyone hears the asshole, it's really so far the brother-in-law. So I don't know if he's
because it says everyone sucks. I don't know. Keep going. Let's see.
Well, you know, I always have to speculate though. I mean, I could just read ahead, of course, and know everything, but why would I do that? Let's see where it was. So he complains about it's on the table. I told my sister I'd do it. But instead of using their kitchen utensils, I use my niece's toy utensils. Like a toy cup, a toy plate, a toy fork and knife, and a tiny napkin.
How big was the napkin?
A tiny little napkin. I put the food on the toy plate and the drink in the toy cup while mother-in-law was in the shower. He came into the kitchen and sat down and stared at the plate for a few seconds. He then looked at me and and asked what the hell this was and whether I was joking. I told him if he wanted to act like a helpless child, then he might as well get treated like one. He began yelling, and my sister came inside. He threw the napkin and stormed off upon saying that I disrespected him and that he'll let my parents know about what I did. My sister saw what I'd done and started laughing. I went inside my room, but the argument didn't stop. Now he's expecting an apology from me for meddling in his marriage and pulling this crappy stunt on him. Can I be the asshole for this? But I was just so mad for my sister and also sick and tired of being sick and tired of nightly fighting over dinner. Why is the conclusion that everyone sucks?
Yeah, how does the wife suck? How does the dude suck? Like
so she sucks for making him dinner. I mean, maybe they're saying the person here. So let's see. Like, I'm kind of interested at the rationale that these people that came to this conclusion. Okay, this was funny as hell. I totally had it coming. We all know you should have stayed way out of this.
Why? Why should he have stayed way out of this?
I get that you're trying to stick up for your sister, but who deserves that? Please have my softest. Everyone sucks here. You actually might have made them fight more. Abusive people like your brother-in-law. I'll take the ends out on people like your sister.
That might be true, actually.
No, dude. Yet again. Oh, I vote the softest, dude. This is why these people on here are fucking morons. Moron. Oh, thank you. I disagree with the everyone sucks your votes. Just because what he has done may not have been the best decision given the situation, I wouldn't say that makes him an asshole. So let's go up. And I want these people as usual disgust me. These plebeian answers fucking disgust me. This was basically the perfect example of how to treat someone like this. Like the reason, and he reacted exactly how an angry toddler would react.
Yep.
So the reason he's mad is because he has the emotional range of a toddler. Like he acts this way constantly. He's mad, not because dinner wasn't made, because someone didn't put it on the table for him.
Why does he want on the table before his shower? That's what I want to know. Do you like cold food, sir?
Because he's stuck in some like regressive fucking worldview where it's like his wife basically exists to be barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen, serving him dinner. Ugh. You know, so like that's obviously.
But do you want your food cold, sir? Because why do you want it on the table, then to take a shower, then to come and eat it? It's cold. It's cold as fuck when you come back.
Yeah, you know where I want my food usually if I miss dinner is in the microwave. So
I can nuke that shit.
And like even the times where like let's say dinner was made, but I'm doing a show where something else happens, and you know Taylor made dinner and I don't get it hot, hot and fresh, and she doesn't put out a bowl for me. You know what I do as an adult male? I go to the refrigerator, and there's usually a container with the food in it, and I scoop it out.
Or in the microwave.
Yeah. All right. And I scoop. I'm saying, but even when you haven't done that, I scoop it out, and then I put it in microwave or a bowl or whatever I want to do, and I heat it up myself.
Honestly, you cook dinner more than I do.
Because I'm like a capable. Well, no, I'm saying like, but anyone that's capable of doing that, like, that's why I said this guy's a fucking toddler, and this guy's not an asshole. This guy gave him exactly what he fucking deserved. He wasn't violent. He wasn't angry.
He gave him his food.
He gave him his food, and he said, like, here's how you should be served because it's how you're acting. Trying to make a point to him of how fucking goddamn immature he is, which he is. And he's living there every day. Look, and I understand that, but it's like he's been kicked out purely for his sexuality for an unjust reason. And what's this guy going to do? I'm going to tell your parents about what piece of shit you are because you were mean to me. It's like, so you're going to go to his homophobic parents and be like, hey, you know I'm like a toddler. And obviously I'm like helpless when like I have little crocodile hands when it comes to making my own dinner.
Can you turn my shower on?
Can you, honey, can you turn my shower on, please?
Can you make sure my laundry's done?
And not even in a way of like gratitude, in a way of like You just need to do this for me because I am man and I make money. I just fucking hate.
Do you
shit
imagine
like
he
this.
sounds like Cartman?
Mom. Dude, like I just hate shit like this because it just makes these men seem so infantile. And they don't even realize. They think it makes them seem manly. That's the really funny thing about it. It's like this guy's like on some, I guarantee on some masculine kick. Like, I'm a manly man. Women do woman thing. I do man thing. I am manly man.
What do you want to bet his job is at like a desk?
Probably. It's like he gets home and it's like, yes, here's a roasted chicken and some vegetables and rice and, you know, a dessert. Now, woman serve! Woman serve, man! And it's like he loses his
I've been
mind.
sitting at a desk all day. Can you take care of me?
I don't give a fuck if he's the salt of the earth, dude. Fucking make your own goddamn plate.
I don't care about the. I mean, if you're like switching, which I feel like me and you do often, like you make dinner and then you do dishes and switch but it's like
Here's why it's bullshit. If he wasn't married,
the getting the shower ready, what is she doing?
If
Is
you-
she just turning it on?
if he wasn't married, how did he eat food? Was a woman always is the only way he eats food is if a woman puts on a plate for him? How manly does that make him?
Probably.
He needs a woman to come in and be like, here's your food. You're a baby then.
Well,
Goo goo gaga. Mommy, can I have a baba? Like you can't fucking go and make your own plate, bitch. But you're supposed to like this is supposed to be like your manliness kick. You're so fucking pathetic.
well, you
Anyone that has any sense in their head would just get up and make the fucking plate themselves. It's like a fucking child. And then the geniuses on Reddit, everyone sucks. Take my softest vote. God, how fucking dumb can you fucking be to side with this fucking reprehensible piece of shit and be like, everyone sucks here, guys?
I get making
Fucking retards.
I get making somebody's plate if they're one, a child, two, really old, or three, somebody asks you because they're like, oh, can you make my plate? You know, and they're
We've talked about this issue before, though. It's like there's literally this thing, and I'm not sure if it's just American culture or if it's other culture. I'm sure that maybe there's other cultures that do this shit, where it's like this big deal where like there's just these men that are just like they expect to be served by people around them, and it's like when they don't get that, it's like that they flip the fuck out and spend more energy than it would have taken just to get up and make their own fucking plate.
because mommy always served them though. That's what it is.
You and I have I like making my own plate.
I know. I like making my own plate too. Like the only times you make plates for me is when you make me something. Like usually it's eggs because that's our thing. He makes me eggs. Okay.
Right.
So then he'll serve me like that. I don't really know if there's anything that I make tuna sandwiches for you, but like that's the only time.
Like,
not when there's like everyone's getting dinner. Am I going to, what am I supposed to do? Hold my plate and also yours, or do yours first and then mine? What are we supposed to do with that?
You actually make me a plate quite often. That's not true. You make me a plate.
That's usually because you're working at that time, though. So like, I'll just make out a portion for you and then put it in the microwave for whenever, because I have no idea when you're coming.
The funny thing too is about that is I've almost never asked for it, but Taylor's like, "Here's your plate."
Here's the thing though.
That's the funny thing about that with us.
Usually it's because you
give it to me. You're like, here's your plate. I'm like, all right, and I'll eat it because I'm picky. And Taylor knows I'm a picky fuck. So like most people, like I guess these guys will just be in heaven. But I'm the opposite. I'm like, well, I want to make my plate just like this, you know.
I know. I don't know. Whatever. I feel the same way. I want to make my own plate. You don't know what I want on my plate. Maybe I want some kind of sauces or something.
If I do make you a plate though, if I do make you a plate though, Taylor knows I'll ask her everything that you want. Do you want this?
How much potatoes do you want?
Do you want a small scoop of potatoes or a large scoop?
With your rice, would you like gravy? Yes, I'd like gravy. How much? Let me put it on there. Like,
I don't know. These people just have shitty relationships. I honestly feel bad for this woman because she's the next fuck trophy with this piece of shit. And
my god, I feel so bad for her too.
And this relationship ain't gonna last. So I can tell you that she's already burnt out. So that's a recipe for your marriage ending, bro. My sister is exhausted and burnt out. And this dude doesn't sound like a guy's gonna put any fucking effort in. If he's such a fucking small-minded fuck that making his own plate is too much, there's no hope.
Why is she so exhausted and burnt out? Like, how long does this guy work? So he's not helping with his kids. He's an absent dad, obviously. And then now let's assume that she works, right? If she's working, then he's expecting another working person to come and not only take care of the two kids, well, one of them, take care of the kid. right? Because I guess that's just her duty to do. But then to also add on to her plate by doing all of the domestic duties, right?
Right.
And take care of him enough to where, like, even going as far as getting his shower ready. So, but even if she doesn't, like, let's say she doesn't work, then he is saying that all the work that you did today is not worth as much as what I did today, right? And so now
Correct.
you need to also
Yes.
take care of me, a grown person.
So let's
Oh, let's see the comments on this
let's see
one.
I always like to see everyone's comments.
All right, Emily says, "Here you go. If you want to act like a child, that's right.
Correct.
You go, queen."
Slay Queen. Slay.
That's correct. We are the
Very
best.
true.
It's very true.
Tremendous.
Everybody should intervene when somebody's being abused. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise abuse could easily continue. And I don't think
So
it's
that's why I
like,
don't think everyone sucks here, because this is like, he's only 17. What's he gonna do? Fight this dude?
yeah,
You know?
it wasn't how he did it. He did it in a way that honestly I felt is probably the best way to demonstrate
Mhm.
like how he feels about this and how this guy's acting. Like, and then it's like he's being blamed for standing up for his sister. It's like, well, he's seeing that she's being mistreated. Like, if it was here's where he would be the asshole. This is the first time this has ever happened, and he just flies off the handle and does something like this. And he gets involved. But if it's literally like every night he's listening to this shit, it's frustration on his part too. He's like, "Cause why are you guys fighting every night? Like, you guys supposed to be in love. This isn't how, like, people shouldn't be going back and forth every night over dinner."
Doesn't sound like they've been together that long, you
Uh,
know?
I don't know. Like, when I hear shit like this, I just know it ain't gonna work out. Or if it does work out, it's gonna be everyone being miserable.
Abusers dread being called out because usually they know when they are acting bad. Yep.
But you know, the thing is, even if he's not just an actual like abuser, if he's really just an asshole, you know, and he's a prick, the only way is
Well, this is verbal abuse at a certain point.
yeah. But I'm saying, but the only way that he'll ever recognize that and change for the better is being called out. Because it's not gonna. It's certainly not. If everyone just goes, well, that's not our business, then why would he ever have an impetus to change himself as a person or actually critically examine what he's doing?
Maybe the porridge was too hot.
Well, you know, yeah, that's a good point.
It's okay, Taylor. If it's cold, the wife can just reheat it for him while he puts his bib on. No, she has to put his bib on
Yeah.
for him, right?
Bib,
Bib, please.
Oh, please.
please?
Are you kidding?
Bib. Bib.
Wife, bib.
Babe. Bib.
I'm the bib.
Bib.
Bathroom. Mom, bathroom. I'm thinking of Cartman from fucking South Park, dude, shitting in the bucket.
This one of those dudes who say them kids best not get served before the man bullshit.
Oh my god.
You know it is.
Who
You already know.
fucking cares?
Husky says love in the form of money for the love in the form of contento given to us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir, or madam, or person, or whatever.
The
you
voice
are.
I just made. I don't know which voice.
Alpha male.
I am the alpha male.
I bet he works from home. Oh my god, dude, what?
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, I'm a remote worker. You know how it is. Pretty hard.
Before it was his mom.
Yeah,
Obviously.
almost certainly.
Scotty and I have we've had an intimate look at neats in our own life,
That's usually who's doing it.
and that not usually, dude. It's always
No, sometimes it's the dad.
well, it's always a parent. Okay,
Yeah, remember that one? Oh, sometimes it's grandparents too. Grandparents do a lot of neat
it's
stuff.
always a guardian. How about that?
Not always.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm sorry, I'm a very logical person. It's not always a guardian.
In our own life, is it always a mom?
I would say yes.
Mm. Shower thing is actually more common than people realize, I think.
It'll draw me a bath.
Draw me a bath.
I'm sorry, you don't say run me a bath. It'll say draw me a bath.
Emily says, I make my husband's plate and all that because he works, but he doesn't expect it and he takes care of me if I need it. Well, you do need it though. Don't you also need to be taken care of? Why are you making his plate, Emily? I gotta ask it. Is he unsure of how much he wants on that plate? Or do you just know exactly? Why are you making his plate? Why does it matter that he works? What's that?
You know what it is? Well,
if that's y'all's nice thing, then whatever.
That's because that's a sign of love. That's what
yeah.
if
that's your love language is you make his plates, then go for it. I'm just wondering why though.
But see, there's not an expectation of it. It's just an appreciated thing that someone does for somebody else, which is totally fine.
Japanese men are like that.
That's funny.
Damien says, I kind of don't want my plate made for me. How did they know how much potatoes I'm going to
I
want?
know,
Exactly.
Damien. Of course. That's how I feel too. It's like you don't know how much I want. Now Taylor does though. That's the difference. Taylor does know how much I want.
But I usually don't make your plate though.
But you do know how much I want.
That's true.
So how much do I want?
Enough.
I want a lot usually. It's like make me a heaping plate of whatever it is.
Matt says this post speaks to me because I got kicked out of the house by a similar man-child scenario. Oh my god, I feel
Ugh.
for you.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, look, the world's full of shitty people, unfortunately, and the man-child thing is just all. Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Watch the World Burn says sounds like most men in the South. Maybe I don't know.
I've definitely seen that attitude be more prevalent in the South, I would say, but I definitely have seen it all over. For being honest, I've definitely seen a lot of people be like that different parts of the country too.
Bootlickers Anonymous says a lot of men nowadays just want a mom. When they leave home, they get a woman to take care of them because mommy stops helping. Emily says my husband helps with the kids a lot. He gives her a bath at night and plays with her. Well, that's good. Do y'all have y'all's own little things then? He likes his plate made, and you want him to help with the kids, which he should because they're his too, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know your situation, but
makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me. He probably calls her woman. Oh my god.
Woman, come here. Dinner. Hungry. Bib. Feed. What's next? My wife didn't chew my food up for me.
You absolutely know too that he references her as the old lady when he's talking to his male friends. You know it.
Yeah, I'm old lady.
My old lady. Scotty, don't call me your old lady, please.
My old lady, she done let a weird brother come move in.
I'm embarrassed to be in this kind of dude's gender.
Ugh.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
I'm not embarrassed.
He is an individual sucks.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed to be part of his gender, but I'm embarrassed by how he infantilizes how men are perceived.
What's a neat? Oh, it's not spelled that way.
Not in education, employment, or training.
NEET. That's man babies that live at home.
Yeah,
people that are like.
Well, there are female needs too.
Oh yeah,
They're overwhelmingly male.
Mm-hmm.
From what I have seen,
there's a different connotation. I think when it's a woman.
It's viewed, yeah. There's a negative connotation, but in a different way.
Right. It's more like
why aren't you married?
Yeah, why aren't you with someone else?
Like it's okay, like because society a lot of times will accept a woman not having a job as long as it's about marriage and children and all this stuff. So there's more like with
a NEET is a adult child that lives at home but doesn't work. Doesn't go to school.
Doesn't have
frequently.
Have any sort of job.
Frequently, they just sit around and watch movies and play video games, and they expect mommy to do their.
Yeah, they expect to be supported.
Oh, that's you, Jiro, drinking water. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was gonna say that too, Damien. The ball and chain, referencing her as the ball and chain.
Neats are weird.
Emily says he's never once called me woman. At one point in our lives, he catered to me. Well, that's nice, Emily.
That's nice to know.
Serpent Surfer says I was a latchkey kid, so I was making my own food early on. Well, that's good. Then you probably won't be like this. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, let's do it. Trying to rush us through this stuff, huh, Taylor? Got somewhere to be, Taylor? Got somewhere to be?
No, I'm not trying to rush.
Trying to rush. I feel rushed. I feel rushed.
The old ball and chain is at you again.
Old ball and chain.
Zero gross. Oh.
What?
He wouldn't drink water and then he's like, here, would you like some? I saved you some. Here's it on your leg.
What are you doing?
Gross, man. He saved it in his flaps. He probably needs to go to the bathroom.
No, that's not what it is. But look what time it is.
Oh, yep. He said food.
Feed me, feed me, feed me. I'm a fat old dog. Feed me right now. Yujiro, like every day, about 7 o'clock. They'll come up to me and do this. I'm like, I always look, I'm like, oh, is this around 7 o'clock? Because if it is, Yujiro wants to be fed. That's how we know Yujiro will, we have to put Yujiro down. That's like literally our litmus test.
Yeah, he will not.
Does Yujiro want to be fed? If Yujiro doesn't want to be fed, like Yujiro, like, I don't know. Because this is a dog, it just lives to eat. He's 13, and he won't do shit. Oh, he's over here now. Hey, what are you doing? Now you wandered over here?
Show him. Show him. Let them see. Show him.
I don't want to move the camera stuff, but Yujiro's wanted over here to bake for food.
Show him.
I want to set up a Yujiro cam. Like when I have my actual set, there's gonna be a Yujiro studio cam where Yujiro just shows up and I don't know, begs for attention or something. I'm never too busy to pet Yujiro though, even if I'm doing a show.
My friend referred to his wife as the ball and chain, and all the women in the group scowled at him and called him out. It's a fucking weird thing.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Why is that a picture of Paul? Why do you have Brotine stain? Oh, I do love that picture though. I call my wife the wife. What do you think about that? I don't personally like it, but it's not horrible. It's not like horribly offensive.
Yeah, I gotta ask the wife about that.
The wife.
It kind of seems like you're like a 65-year-old man.
Are you a 65-year-old man?
Because if you are, then that makes sense. I mean, I don't really care what. I mean, as long as she's not offended, whatever.
Yeah,
That's something like the ball and chain or like some derogatory thing. That's just more like, I don't know.
Found Paul's sock account. The I hate my wife jokes went stale a long time ago. Yeah, they're very misogynistic.
Oh God, that happened to us actually. You remember that?
Oh my God, yes.
We were leaving a restaurant. We're getting in our car, and like these, I mean, look, I don't care if someone's fat, but these two fat people walk out, and like the dude's like, he's got a fat wife, obviously, and you could tell he's probably not attracted to her, and he makes some quip at us about like, got room for one more. And I look
we have my sister. We have my sister in the car with us,
and I'm like, we're full up. I'm like, we're full up, bro.
And he's like, got enough women? You got room for one more? Wife bad.
Yeah, then me and Taylor were like, why are you married? I mean, we didn't say it to him, but that was our immediate thing. We're just like, what a fucking dork. Like, he's so miserable. He has to go up to random people and like ask them if they can take his wife with them. It's like, dude, if you're that miserable, ask for a fucking divorce. Move on with your life because you're doing this woman dirty.
Wife bad.
Wife bad. My wife bad.
Have you met a guy who says my hag wife?
Whoa. You must really hate your wife. You call her a hag.
John Luke is screaming a little bit. Husband should be called balls and chain.
Balls and chain.
The old balls and chain.
I've got balls of steel.
All right. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to pay for the wine glass she broke?
Everybody
I don't know. A few days ago, my girlfriend Trish, not her real name. Why would you use that? Why Trish? I don't like that name.
Why, dude? If I was gonna post here, I would totally use your name, and I would totally do it on my own account.
Yeah, why would you care?
Because I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, if there's anything that, like, honestly, as a person,
First of all, you would never. Number one, you're a fucking lurker. Have you even posted on Reddit?
a couple of times.
Okay, yeah. Scotty's never going to post on Reddit. He is a lurker. He will only read. Okay. So
Also, I have such a high opinion of myself. I'm never gonna go and ask for random strangers.
Why would you
advice.
ask for advice?
But if I was going to, let's say we live in the universe where I do like to post shit on the internet. I'm not just a lurker. I'm an active participant, right? Like, I'm not even gonna hide any of the details. I don't give a fuck. If someone knows what I wrote, good. That's how I honestly feel about it. Like, I want them to know.
I just thought about something and I wanted them to see it.
What?
Hold on. A post that I made.
A post that you made?
Yes. Hold on. How do you even see posts?
I don't know.
Posts?
Oh my god.
This is a post I made. Because I like to check bird feathers and see what kind of bird they are. I'm like amateur bird watcher, And I found these feathers and I asked the subreddit, what is this bird? What is this bird? And they're chickens. Those are chicken feathers.
Yeah, if you didn't know, those are chicken feathers.
And it
The more you know. The more you know.
I just love it. I love what people said.
Oh,
too.
then you're talking about the assholes that commented.
Oh, those are all gone, but these are chicken tail feathers. No need to return them if you like them. It's just funny because like this is one of the top posts on what is this bird, and it's my dumb ass asking what chicken feathers are. So,
this?
what are these? They're like, you can keep them. But then there's also people in the comments that are asking, why can't you keep bird feathers? Because I guess in other countries it's not illegal, but in the US it is illegal to keep certain bird feathers.
Wild birds.
Yeah, so basically anything that isn't a peacock or like a pheasant or like some kind of game birds, turkeys, and that sort of thing.
What if you kill it though? You're allowed to keep that?
Kill what?
If you kill a turkey, are you allowed to keep the feathers?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can keep those feathers, but you can't keep like songbirds or any kind of raptor feathers.
Man, fuck the government, dude. They can't
also,
tell me what to do.
I want to put this out. I said I'll return it after. I had no intention of returning them. I keep all my feathers.
That was a damn lie. We knew that.
It was a damn lie.
Back to this.
Okay.
I thought this had something to do with this. You're confusing me.
Sorry.
You're confusing me a lot.
Anyway, okay. So a few days ago, my girlfriend Trish was cleaning the kitchen windows. In the midst of her cleaning, she accidentally knocked over a dish from the drying rack, and that dish landed on and shattered. Sorry, I was looking at the super chat. Shattered an expensive wine glass of mine. I say mine because it was given to me by my mother as a Christmas gift last year. The glass retails for around $120. When she told me she had broken the glass by accident, which she was very nervous about because she knew the glass was expensive, we had a discussion. May classify this as an argument that lasted 3 days. I'm gonna stop you right there. You are fucking psychotic, dude. An argument should never last 3 days, and it's about a fucking glass.
You broke my special glass.
We must talk about this. We have to have a discussion about how you're gonna pay for this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I'll pay for it. Literally, just so you can shut up, I'll pay for it. No argument. I don't even care really how big the argument is. Should last 3 fucking days. Okay? I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel. And who would pay? She broke it. Just let her pay for it. Why are you discussing it for 3 days?
After all this talking, she finally, she says, gave in and gave me 40% of the cost to replace the glass. So, I mean, he obviously didn't get all they wanted, but he got 40%. I initially asked for her that she replace the glass in full. But after discussion, I realized if we were partners, it would be logical to use the 60-40 calculation we use for everything else.
Background, Trish and I have been living together for about a year. When we initially decided to move in together, we decided to split all expenses, 60-40. Because of our combined income distribution, I make 60% of our gross monthly earnings. She makes 40%. After the initial agreement, Trish has now said she does not feel good about the agreement and wants me to give the money back to her. Her reasoning is that A, it was a complete accident. B, she would never want to buy any wine glasses that expensive ever again. And my argument is that if we were to live together, we're going to be sharing costs, and inevitably things are going to break and need replacing or repairing. I liked this wine glass, again, a gift from my mom, and would like to replace it so that we have a matching set once more. More background, I know for a fact that Trish is financially able to reimburse me the 40% and would suffer no undue hardship from the loss of those funds. On the other hand, I'm also fully able to replace the glass without it affecting my financial stability. Am I the asshole for asking Trish to reimburse 40% of the wine glass she broke by accident? I would say no. However, your attitude is what makes you the asshole. I don't think everyone sucks. But
well, it sounds like maybe the discussion went on so long though because she refused to even consider replacing it. So maybe this person shouldn't have kept harping on about it, and probably at the end of the day just accepted, look, if she doesn't want to replace it. But also, it is a fair point to say if someone breaks something, they should take responsibility for it.
I guess that's true.
And,
I mean, yeah, I would.
And make an offer to make recompense in some way. I mean, I think that's only rational. And if someone just avoids that conversation, and maybe this person, look, I don't think I would go on and on about $120 wine glass. I don't think I'd buy a wine glass that expensive.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It was a gift. But I mean, still, like, you have to accept, especially if you're buying something made of glass, that's very easy to break. You know what I mean? Like, it's very easy for accidents to happen. So I feel like you have to evaluate it on a case-by-case basis. If someone does something on accident and it's going to cause a strain in your relationship to argue about this endlessly, then it's probably not in your best interest. But also, I can see it from the other point of view that if you allow someone to like, oh, I don't care, just break whatever, and if you show no care for the things you have, they're also going to end up being broken. But is it reasonable to? I don't know. This one actually is pretty tough.
Maybe so.
I-
Now that I'm listening to you talk about it, I don't know because I would just replace it. So I mean, Scotty knows this because I have actually broken a glass of his and a glass of TJ's, and I went and like scoured the internet for the one was a Star Trek glass that you had gotten from where'd you get that from?
oh.
It was like a collect like there was multiple of them, but you only had the one.
Right as if I remember where I got the shit I bought.
Anyway,
he
he doesn't even use it. It's still in a box, but I actually broke it while it was in the box, I think, or whatever. The point is that I paid for it, and then TJ's was a
Plate.
Joker. Oh yeah, I broke a plate too.
Yeah, he broke a plate.
But I also bought that.
But you know what? TJ broke one of my things. He never replaced it. So I told him, like, all bets are off. If I ever break some of yours again.
Well, it's different for me. If I break it, I'm going to. But I broke his Joker glass that he got from McDonald's.
I ain't ever fucking replaced nothing for TJ's ass, dude. You can fucking forget about that shit.
I guess McDonald's gave out these glasses, right? Or was it Burger King? I'm not really sure.
It was McDonald's.
Yeah. And so I got him that one. That one was really cheap. That was like $10 on eBay. And then there was that plate that I broke, and I bought them a new one at that website replacements.com. So, but $120 is a lot. But she also broke it. So I would just tell him like, look, I'll pay half right now and then I'll pay half later. So maybe it is everyone sucks. Cause I don't like this whole arguing for 3 days about a glass. I don't think any argument should be that long. Like I'd get so honestly, you know what? Now that I think about it, he fucking made her sit through 3 days of arguing about a fucking glass. That's probably why she doesn't want to pay for it. Really. Why are they talking about this for 3 fucking days?
The information we're missing here is why was the conversation 3 days long?
Yeah, why was it
Let's
that
go back.
fucking long? Okay. When she told me she had broken the glass by accident, which she was very nervous about because she knew the glass was expensive, we had a discussion, may classify this as an argument, that lasted 3 days about how it would get replaced and who would pay.
Yeah, see.
Well, we know the how. You buy it.
Yeah, like
It's the who.
so there's a real question here about what happened in that interceding time, and with lacking that, I think that's why everyone sucks.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Because you can't, because there's no clear picture.
Nope.
That's really the issue. There's no clear picture like what happened in those 3 days. You know, if you can't really piece that together, then you have to kind of conclude like, because the way this was written, it basically sounds like they're both just being stubborn. So everyone sucks.
There's more. Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. Edit. It appears that according to popular sentiment, I have therefore given Trish back her money.
Wow, so random strangers convinced you when she could not.
Thank you to the commenters that gave gentle and thoughtful wisdom on what they believed might be more of the root cause of this argument. I don't think we've been in a good place for a long time. Asking her for money was never about control. I wanted to see her take personal responsibility because that is what I would have done. I agree with that. FYI, Trish was with me and signed off on this post before
I doubt that.
Yeah. She has read all the comments. After doing so, we now understand that she does not wish to have such nice things and is worried about being too materialistic, as well as being a prisoner in her own home, having to walk on eggshells in fear that she might break something else. She's also sad that I was not able to show compassion and let it slide. I do struggle with showing empathy and compassion sometimes.
Wait, this is how you know that this guy is full of shit.
Yeah.
Read the last paragraph.
And I also agree with people who have commented on the argument spanning 3 days. It's exhausting for both of us. Life is too short. We have little fights like this all the time. It's wearing on both of us. It might be time to call it quits.
Yeah, these are 2 drama whores that are together.
These are 2 drama whores.
Yeah, because if someone read that and approved that, knowing that like maybe we should call it quits when you're saying that publicly, like that's just fucking, you're just asking for it.
All right.
So they both suck if that's the case.
Yeah.
They suck. Send them to the fucking moon, dude. One-way ticket.
Dragon in the West says some of it's because of Native American tradition. That's right. Yeah. So if they have a program in the U.S. that they collect and distribute eagle feathers to indigenous people for use in tribal traditions. So that's the only way you can have an eagle.
Sounds
feather.
like communism to me.
Raptor feathers. That's like birds of prey. So eagles, hawks, owls, that sort of thing. The government won't let me keep a possum as a pet.
That's fucking
Fuck
tyranny.
'em.
That's
Just-
tyranny.
That is
dude.
tyranny. Keep a possum. Damn it, Trish.
God damn it, Trish. What are you doing?
Raptor feathers are often sacred to certain native nations. Yeah, I get you. The only thing that should be brought up is if the girlfriend is okay. I'm sure she's fine. I'm picturing them not sleeping for 3 days, going back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sounds insane though.
I don't know. I've been like, I have like arguments are very, I don't want to say triggering, but they are very triggering to me. Like I just completely shut down when somebody's yelling. So I can't imagine how exhausting it must have been for her to have to go to sleep and wake up to a person that is still on the same argument, go to sleep again, and then wake up to a person that's on that same argument again. I would just completely shut down. I wouldn't even know what to do.
I'd lose my mind.
I mean, that's why I'd just be like, look, I'm paying for it from the very get go because I don't want to have an argument about this because that fixes it. I pay for it. You get the glass. Shut up. You know what I mean?
Shut up. How dare you tell me that?
I'm just saying to this guy, I wouldn't tell you that.
How
First of all, you
dare
wouldn't. Me and you would never buy a $120 wine glass. You and I don't even drink wine. So, like, this is a problem that we will never have.
That is very true.
But, like, the way he's acting, I don't know. Maybe I would tell him to shut up.
Sexist.
I think if you're arguing for 3 days, it's at that point a filibuster.
It feels like it at that point. Fuck.
Was he planning on selling it? Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? This guy's nuts.
$100-something isn't even that much, and it was given to you, so you didn't pay for it. Just let it slide. I agree with that. Like, why is I don't know. There's
Some people just get too. It's the principle. It sounds like a person where it's like they're gonna die on the hill of like principle. Like if you immediately probably like just went to him and was like, "Oh, I'll pay you back for it. I'm so sorry." He probably wouldn't even care about the money. He doesn't even care about the money. It's one of these people. It's like like because you didn't do it the way they wanted. It's a fight.
How much does this dude spend on wine glasses? $0 apparently to this. Maybe just drink out of dollar store wine glasses. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Have drink alcohol in really expensive glasses. It's like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Like the fucking $10 glass does not make the wine taste any less.
Scotty needs to get paid by TJ. Nilt on knee. I agree. When is he gonna pay you?
Oh no, dude. I mean, look, I can't even get this guy to return a phone call.
It's true.
You kidding me?
I tried to get him to call me 2 days ago, and he has not responded.
TJ.
Don't you share a bank account anyway? It doesn't sound like they do.
It sounds like they split money. They split expenses. Maybe they. I mean, I guess they could potentially have a joint account.
Those old McDonald's glasses have dangerous amounts of lead paint. They don't have any paint. It was a clear glass.
It's from like the 90s.
Yeah, it's a clear glass. I think I could probably pull it up.
What if it has lead in it? I can explain a lot about TJ. The Mad
Yep,
Hatter.
this is what it looked like. It's just a clear glass. Oh, it's $7.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's not painted though.
Yep, this is what it looked like. It's well, no, it's not the Joker. It's the Riddler. Joker Riddler.
Oh right. Actually, isn't it both of them?
Yeah, maybe it is.
You're the other side of it.
It's kind of hard to see. The glass really, it is really hard to see it.
No, the Joker wasn't in that one.
Yeah, it was the Riddler. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's when Jim Carrey was the Riddler. That's right.
Yep.
So what the fuck, lying motherfucker, dude? Where's the Joker in that? The Joker was in like the first Tim Burton Batman movie.
Let's see. Okay.
That wasn't a Tim Burton one. Though.
Eagle feathers are huge. Yes, they
Eagles are huge themselves. If you go to Dollywood in the Gatlinburg area, they have like an eagle.
Oh, there were so many of them too.
They're fucking huge. You walk, like you look, and you're like, damn, that thing's big, and they look mean.
I think she should have tried to make it up, but you cannot make someone do what you think they should do. So he should have dropped it after the first discussion. Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's what someone who has like some emotional stability does.
I love this comment so much. Damien says this couple needs that 17 male from the last story. He would solve the problem with sippy cups for the house.
That's true, dude. If they just drank their wine in sippy cups, they would never break the glasses, or at least it'd be very difficult to do it.
Maybe it's $7 because it has lead in it. I got the Two-Face one. Scotty, what do you think of getting an emulator console?
Like a Retron or Retro, something like those. I've bought them before.
I used to have an emulator on my phone. Is that the same thing?
Well, they're talking about the ones where it's like it's basically like they're like the little like computers, right? And they have like preloaded games on them and
We
stuff.
have
Or they
one of them.
they also have ones you could that'll play old games and like old cartridges and stuff. You're talking about emulator. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. They're fine.
We have the NES one.
Yeah, I play it occasionally.
It gets kind of boring.
But yeah, like honestly, there's so many modern games.
Old games are,
I have to kind of be in the mood for it.
and old games, like you have to. There's a nostalgia thing to it, but most old games, when you get down to it, are not very good. You know, like if they were, then we'd be making more of them. I feel like.
Am I the asshole? My wife has horrible opinions on gaming.
Well, I don't see you fucking playing it.
Oh shit! See, guys, see the abuse I get.
I mean,
The real Taylor just came out. The real Taylor,
right? Dolly Parton is a freaking saint, way more than Mother Teresa.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Taylor beats me.
Stop! You're gonna really think I do.
Taylor beats me, please.
All right, Scotty, here you go.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay for my wife's spending money? Ooh. Throw away because people who know me are on here. That's why you all see. That's why you got to be a lurker or an anonymous troll. Because if I want to go talk shit, dude, not that I even want to, because I'm just pretty honest about my grievances with people. If you want to, like, you shouldn't let everyone know your Reddit account. It's fucking foolish.
Damien says I have a bag of oranges in the corner for you when you step out of line.
Before the birth of our daughter, my wife and I both worked full time in low middle earning jobs, with my wife earning a little bit more. A bit more than I, but not by much. Insecurity right there.
Ooh, I think it was by much.
Just a little bit more, a few thousand, a few bones more every month. My wife returned to work out of necessity when our daughter was 3 months old. Her mental health became pretty bad, and she has a minor disability that makes work life a little hard, and she found it a bit worse after having our daughter. But we have to do what we have to do. So far, it's like, okay, well, she's having difficulties. You're trying to be supportive. My wife's nan, who sort of raised her, how do you sort of raise somebody? Sort of.
Kind of.
Was her only family, passed away sadly when our daughter was 6 months old. Oh, that sucks. My wife inherited everything she owned. It was a big inheritance. Oh, sweet.
Ooh, another inheritance.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, man. Inheritances, they fucking bring the worst out in people. Not enough for us to both immediately retire, but a lot. So this guy's like, cha-ching. Enough for us to buy a decent house outright, a new car each, and put some away for a comfortable retirement. I get the decent house.
Why'd y'all get 2 new cars though?
But a new car each, like,
that seems a bit much.
that seems like you're throwing your fucking money away. That's like one of the worst investments you can make is a new car.
Yeah, what and to put some away for a comfortable retirement. So,
Yeah.
did they barely put any away?
Yeah, it sounds like most of what this guy.
How fast can we spend this?
Yeah, like let me get a Corvette. I've really always wanted a Corvette. So literally this stereotypical like let's do the dumbest thing we can. Shortly after Nan died.
Oh, and they bought a house in this market.
Well, I mean,
Ugh.
well, they bought it outright though.
Still.
I mean, but that I don't blame them. I mean, if you can own a house outright, that's out of the reach for a lot of people. So hey, I mean, I don't blame on that one. That one, but you can live in a home, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's utility to a nice house. There's not really. I mean, a nice car, new car is good, but it's not really a necessity. My wife stopped working and became a stay-at-home mom, partially due to grief and struggles at her job, and a bit because she always would have preferred to stay home with our daughter. Okay. Thing is, though, I'd rather not work and be a stay-at-home dad too. Oh, wow. Okay, I see what the issue is. But I've been sucking up because we need an income to get by. So your wife basically did what you want to do first. So now you're mad. Okay.
That's a fair discussion, though.
I mean, it is, of course. I mean, you can't just, say like, hey, this is just life for life, how we're set. Especially when you need the income to get by, as they're saying. So it's like, they had a nice inheritance, but they still got to pay the bills. My wife spoke with me recently about how to budget so you can live off just my income. She's been dipping into savings to pull her weight, That's all tied up in investments now. Ooh, oh shit. Okay.
Well, that's
So,
good. That's good they did that.
I mean, yeah, but you're
I hope
dipping
it's
into,
not fucking Bitcoin or some bullshit.
but still dipping into savings means they are losing money overall
Mhm.
financially with that decision. So
Yeah.
it's not really like, I mean, yeah, she's entitled to the money. It's her inheritance, but they're also, instead of seeing their account go up, their account's going down because of her decision. Which, I mean, look, if she has mental health issues, I mean, I'm not saying that she should immediately go back to work, but there's remote work positions. There's other things that maybe she could do to offset that, is what I'm saying. I mean, it just because, like, look, the concept of a job has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. I mean, just the last few years. So it's kind of hard to say that unless she's just not qualified to do anything, that there's not stuff she couldn't help with. Or maybe come to an arrangement of like when our daughter hits school age, you're going to go back and work or whatever. Like, there's got to be
Yeah, 'cause
something more.
daycare be expensive. Bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can understand that. But if I hear some shit like, my wife drops her daughter off at daycare, it's like, wait a minute. Let's see. I said I'm the one who has to work, and I'd rather not. I mean, who the fuck does, really? I mean, I guess some people do. I mean, it's like the fucking cliche: if you do what you love, you won't work a day in your life. But obviously, yeah, they should invest. Yeah, well, that's only $7 a month. So
Yep. No need to invest all your money because becoming a patron is only $7 a month, and we'll be doing another one of these next Saturday, right? Right, Scotty?
whenever I feel like it.
Okay.
That's how I fucking roll.
It'll be next week. It'll be patrons only.
Yeah, it'll be patrons only, but like whatever that schedule says, I mean, as far as most shit that's accurate, but if anything to do with me doing a show, just know it's whenever the fuck I want.
Okay. So he'd rather not work.
Where's that at? Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I don't think she'll have to spend my money funding her hobbies and spending money. So he's butthurt about, look, I mean, whatever. I get it. I mean, like, look, if I didn't want to work like that either, and she's fucking reaping all those benefits, of course, it's normal for a lot of people to say, fuck, I wish that was me. I don't know how you do this fucking job every week. Are you kidding me? If she chooses not to work, then she can buy clothes at the charity shop instead of new and get a friend to cut her hair for free, etc. So he's basically saying, like, you better cut back your spending if that's how it's going to be. You can't just keep fucking living the lobster lifestyle on a baloney budget.
I mean, I agree with that.
Which,
but
I
like
mean,
a charity shop, come on.
Yeah,
Like, how much clothes are you
shop
buying?
for rags, wench.
But how much? You don't have to buy as an adult. You don't have to buy clothes every month.
I mean, not unless you're just obsessed with fashion or something.
So, or she can get a
Go
job.
get a charity haircut.
Or she can get a job working a night shift or start an online business or something to fund her spending money. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
That doesn't seem unreasonable.
Well, he already said they're dipping into spending, so they're actually going into the red every month, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to look at that other money. Sorry about that. You want to look at the other money as not being there. So
yeah, that's their savings. So if like ultimately their goal is to save money and she's dipping into their savings to cover it, then it's a loss.
I don't see why I should have to pay for stuff like her sewing materials and gym membership since I don't benefit from them and they're not my responsibility. I'm happy to pay for stuff for our daughter, seeing as she's my responsibility, so I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
Well, yeah, if you said some shit about like you shouldn't pay for your kid, then you're a deadbeat.
He says he works 36 hours a week. He already pays for the bills and food. She said that's not fair.
Gym membership, look, I mean, if
you
you
can work out at home.
I mean, you can if if wife's trying to look fucking hot, then I don't know. That might be something that might be your benefit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's true, bro.
Just
think of it as a bill.
I mean, what if your wife's like out of breath when she's trying to have sex with you? I mean, you don't want that. You don't want that to happen.
You don't need that in your life.
Yes, I mean, I don't know about that one, but sewing materials, yeah, it's a hobby.
She said that's not fair if I get to enjoy my gym membership and hobbies like video games, but the difference is I'm paying for them. Wait, he has a gym membership too? Why don't I get a family gym membership? Whatever.
That's more money.
My wife said her inheritance was worth more than if she spent her whole life working. And without that, both of us would be working anyway and having higher expenses from paying a mortgage and car loans. So I should count that as her contribution and share my money with her. That's a fucking point.
That's
a fucking point.
That is actually a really good point.
That's a really good point.
It's like your wife handed you keys to a brand new car
and a brand new house,
paid off.
She had your baby, okay,
and your house you live in is like you're gravy. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty compelling argument for at least cutting her some slack. It's not like she just is doing this and is expecting nothing.
I mean, she did nothing for the money though, so that is,
I
but that's still a
mean-
contribution. It was her nan that had the money.
Her nan wouldn't have given his ass the fucking money.
Fuck
I
no.
fucking promise you that shit. Her nan did not give a fuck if he got this money. She got the money. She gave him a house. Now, does that mean for all time? But I mean, that at least buys you some fucking time to figure some shit out, you know, and like you don't have to even worry about having a house. I mean,
No, they
I know
bought
you-
it outright.
Yeah, like you don't have a fucking mortgage. Most people would dream of that. Having a brand new car that you don't have to pay a note on when you presumably were. I mean, like that's a pretty fair point.
I just had to.
Were you paying rent and a mortgage and shit, or a mortgage?
Yeah, so he
Were
doesn't
you
have
paying
to,
a car note?
exactly. So he doesn't have
You
to.
got done a fucking solid.
They don't have to pay for a mortgage, rent, cars, nothing. So why is he saying she needs to go buy clothes at the charity shop? How much money does he make? Is he minimum waging it here, or what's going on? Because I'm not understanding. Like the math is not adding up in my head. So they're paying for a gym membership, maybe gas,
But-
electric.
But not to mention, if she's covering out of savings and giving him money from the inheritance, I mean, even though it is overall not good for their financial net worth to do that, at the same time, he's basically saying like, "Well, it's okay because I have a job, so therefore." But he's also saying like,
Your
raising
job fucking sucks. You make no money.
raising his daughter is not that's obviously not that important to him because that's what his wife is doing.
Yeah, that's unpaid domestic labor.
Yeah, and she
So-
gave you a house and a car, so it's not like she's done nothing here. You know, this guy seems like he is the asshole.
No, you the asshole, and you are wrong.
Yeah, he does seem like the asshole. Yeah, and like honestly,
Reddit is right this time.
Reddit has, you know, they got it right. Look, you
It's
know,
rare. It's rare, but it
when you're
happens.
well, but you know, they're probably the fucking wrong reasoning. Let's go see what the reasoning is.
Yeah, because
they almost always get that shit wrong.
you're the asshole. You are aware that the inheritance belongs solely to your wife, right?
Oh, sorry, we even forgot that. Or fund your retirement. Yeah, so like they have a 401k
yeah,
or
that's
something.
true.
And she probably made a huge fucking not donation, but a huge contribution to your retirement fund. But then you're on a bitch.
She bought them their house, but no gym membership for her.
If you feel this way, pay her for the car you're driving.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, their reasoning's right. Their reasoning is right.
We completely forgot about that comfortable retirement for him and her, to be fair, but also for him.
Dude, he should be fucking thanking his lucky stars. He's fucking whining and bitching and moaning about nothing.
He ought to be fucking massaging and kissing her feet every goddamn night.
No, he's not. He's playing Xbox and bitching about her on the
You
internet.
need to go shop at the charity shop, and
get a free haircut from your friend and spend no money.
she needs to be like, bitch, do you know whose house you're in right now? Whose car you're driving?
Yeah, well, you know, people are short-sighted, dude. It's like, what have you done for me lately? That's how a lot of people are, and that's clearly how this guy is.
Yeah, you did that, but like, what about now though?
I can't imagine ever like being mad at someone for those reasons when that's when they had brought like Taylor. If you were like, look, Scotty, here's a Mustang Mach-E I just bought for you, and I've paid off. I've bought you a house to live in, and then me just be like, no, you don't need to go to the gym. That's $20 a month. Pay for it yourself. Like, dude, are you fucking out of your mind? Like, the two biggest expenses for most people in America are their home and their vehicle.
Mm.
So, be grateful, man. What an dude.
She
What a
should tell
fucking
him,
ingrate.
you know what? You drive the car that I paid for. You live in the house that I bought. Okay. And you are going to retire with the money I have. So what you need to do is you need to give up your gym membership. Okay. Since we're going into the red, you need to give up any kind of hobbies that you have. Okay. And you need to buckle down and do better at this job you got.
Yeah, why is there not any shared sacrifice with it too? If he's that
Oh, well, I
concerned?
pay for it. She paid for everything that you're enjoying right now. What are you talking about?
And to really not have the presence of mind to realize, like, when you truly are the asshole and you have to go ask people, that's how you know you're really a special kind of stupid and like out of touch with reality. Because this guy more than likely came here thinking, someone's gonna side with me. Someone's gonna see it my way. Did he have any updates, or did he just scurry away in defeat?
Nope,
Nope.
he definitely scurried away.
Oh, man.
Let's see if he commented.
Probably not.
No.
Oh, after the internet didn't give him validation, he
No.
tapped. He tapped.
Y'all made me
it.
feel bad.
All right, let's go. we will go to the comments is what we'll do. All right. They should invest all their money in NFT, says Blaster Master.
Brilliant.
So smart. Yep, we got this one. I mean, you can break your back for under $20 all day. I love my job. Okay. How am I paying $5? I think this has to do with the DFF, the Pessimist Productions Patreon. How are you paying $5? $7.
How am I paying? Oh,
You're on a legacy tier, I guess.
we kept we kept the original tiers. Like, there's still
So you're missing stuff because it's been switching to $7 only now. So
they're missing some of the live stuff. That's what the difference is. But we said we never raised the price on people who are paying $5. So
okay,
you can be on that till the end of time if you want.
I'm a patron. As a patron, I thoroughly endorse becoming a patron. It's the best $7 you'll ever spend. Oh my gosh! Except for, what was that? You can't do that no more. They've taken that.
It's okay.
They've taken that away from us. Scotty Taylor, do you want some beef jerky? What kind of a question is that? Yes, you gonna be sending me some beef jerky?
Who doesn't want beef jerky, dude?
We had a guy when we had the PO box send us a gigantic tin of was it Vermont? I think it was Vermont. Of Vermont maple syrup. Holy shit, that shit was good. And we used it for so long. I mean, it was like a gallon of maple syrup. It was so good.
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty.
It says I'm doing $5 a month custom payment. Weird. It's like I said, legacy tier.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Gonna have to up it for my boys.
Hey, and arguing with that, man.
We always look at finances as family money. Right. But I think it's a little bit different when it's this kind of when it's something like this is so big, you know? Like she was able to pay for their entire house with cash, brand new cars, and retirement with the inheritance that she got. And also they said that there's stuff in investments as well. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because you don't want to be like, it seems like she is way too fucking nice about this and is saying that's like family money. But I kind of feel like that's when it comes to him being an asshole like this, she should bring up that this is not his. Like he didn't get that.
Some people are just entitled, and that's clearly what this case of that is that she got all this money, and he basically viewed it as like, yet again, this is my money, and he had this expectation that the money should be spent on him.
It was.
Yeah, and I mean, and largely a lot of it really was. I mean, not every cent of it, clearly, but a lot of it is and has been spent on him because, like, here's the reality that this dude's not thinking about. So let's say she gets all this money, right? And by the way, he's not entitled to any of it. So she says, oh, look, I'm going to be selfish. Yeah, I'll contribute to the household bills, but I'm going to keep my money. This money I got is for me.
That's what he's doing. Yeah.
You know, no, but I'm saying, but imagine she had done that. Is what I'm saying. So she does that, and then yeah, she could gladly pay you whatever. Oh yeah, you need that. You need half for the car note. Yeah, here you go. Oh, you need half for that. Okay. Or she could have in turn bought herself a nice new vehicle and said, "Well, it's for me, so I don't have a car payment." Well, I have this car I got to pay for. Oh, that's your issue. Oh, where you live? Here's my 50% of the rent. Here you go. And of course, I'll pay any expenses for a daughter. Your wife could have easily done that. And you know what? Under your system, that'd been more fair. So you're complaining that you got a better deal than you even deserve to get. So this person should shut the fuck up and move on with their life because they're a fucking moron.
Have a great day, says Nan rules. Yeah, Nan does rule. And my Nan rules. I have a Nan, and she also rules.
That's true.
Man wants to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
I tell him to shove that cake up his ass. Emily says only works 36 hours a week, which is low for America.
It's because he's not living his dream. He wants.
But I don't mind that he only works 36 hours a week. I think people should work less, really. But it's the entitlement for me. Why do people have kids and wonder why they are broke? I feel their pain.
I don't know.
These leeches never understand the concept of shutting up, enjoying the benefits. Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Like, you need to be asking her, what more can you do?
There's so many people in history that their lives would have been immeasurably better if they just learned to shut the fuck up, and you're right, and just enjoy life. It's like, okay, cool, I have to do this job, but I don't have to worry about any of these stresses over my head.
Oh, Scotty, someone has a question for you. They need advice. Evan T says, Scotty, I'm taking a shower. The drain is clogged, but I really have to pee. Is it cringe to pee and to stand in it for the rest of my shower? Shower.
Look, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But
What you do in the shower is up to
But
you.
you gotta that look. The drain is clogged. It's time to get like like one of those little things, like those what are they called? Like you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Those-
the drain weasel.
Yeah,
we have a drain weasel.
Get the drain weasel and remove the clog of hair that's in your drain.
Then you can pee just as much as you want.
And then when you take a piss, it goes right down.
Ah, so good.
I have to remove Taylor's hair from the shower, and it's like a clog like this big every couple months.
It's your hair too. Our hair's the same
Bullshit.
length. Fuck you. What the fuck?
Bullshit. It's brown hair.
Turn around.
It's brown hair.
Turn around. Turn around. Let's see it.
Yeah, but my hair doesn't
Okay.
do like that.
See?
That's not my
See
hair.
the length? See
I
how long
pull
it
the
is?
hair out. Look, I pull, guys.
See the length?
I pull the hair out, and look. You know what hair color it is?
Mine's just darker
This is the
and
color.
superior.
This is the color of the hair that I pull out of the drain. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. Is she looking for a new husband? Is she looking to be poly? Me and Scotty are interested. Please answer Evan's question, Kaiser. We already did. I'd be mad if someone bought me a Mustang. Passionate Lobster.
I would not be.
Yeah, we would not. You know what? Oh my gosh. Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, oh man, you going for the fix it again, Tony? Fix or repair daily.
I'm a Ford loyalist, so if she is fully taking care of the kid and the housework, it is already more than generous on her part. Even if she just sat on her fucking ass while she was there, it's more than generous
Dude,
on her part. Are you kidding?
Let me tell you what's happened every time I've tried to buy a non-Ford vehicle.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll discuss with Taylor. You know what, Taylor? I'm gonna get this Toyota or whatever it is.
I have a Toyota.
And what ends up happening, this has a manual. It's a manual. That's why you're saying that. But what ends up happening is Taylor has a bright idea, and it always involves me buying a Ford. So
when you're wanting to get a new car.
Yeah. So like, at this point, I'm just gonna buy a Ford. Like I know I have no choice. Is there another car I like? I like that car over there. That's real nice. But Taylor's gonna go. That's really great. But at some point, Taylor's gonna come by and she's gonna have an idea, and it's gonna be some Ford, and she want me to buy a damn Ford. You're obsessed with Ford, Taylor. That's the point.
Well, I wanted to get another. My first new car was a Fiesta.
Crap. Terrible car.
Manual, and
Terrible
I wanted
car.
to get another one of those,
Awful
but they
car.
don't make them anymore. And so I ended up getting a Toyota with a manual.
I think we got time for one more, so let's jump to that.
Okay. Still a $10 patron Chad.
Sweet.
Scotty and Taylor, have you watched the new Game of Thrones?
I've watched the first 2 episodes. Taylor doesn't really like shows like that.
Yeah, I can take it or leave it. DFF patron is the best bang for your buck. Being a patron rules. I agree with that.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to move out of the swamp too? We already did.
Yeah, we don't.
We're in Swamp Light.
Yeah, we're in Swamp Light, dude.
We're at the top of Louisiana, the better half. Y'all can get a month's worth of content on the Patreon. Come join. Yep. Listen to him. I live in Vermont. I can get that junk anywhere. Well, then send it to me, please. I want more. The unfortunate thing about the canister that the guy gave us was that it was metal. And so what started happening was that the sugars from the syrup started making it like it was this big tin, like what would you call it?
It's like
it was a big.
It's a metal container.
A metal container, and so like when you would turn it, the sugars would get stuck to it, and it would make it really hard to turn. Then it wouldn't seal. I don't know. Anyway,
it was sad.
It was
sad. But we drank about half a gallon of syrup.
We did.
Long story short. Oh, Taylor, we got to get to the last story.
Okay. Fair enough. Am I the asshole for highlighting that my wife sabotages her daughters?
Sabotage. I don't know.
They're 11 and 13. I've noticed her telling them the wrong information at times or missing out crucial information from instructions, and I believe it's to make them fail. I've noticed this pattern and begun to watch. For example, they have afro hair, and she insists on brushing out all of their knots when their hair is dry before they get in the shower. They sit silently, but they have pain across their faces as she tugs at their knots. I mentioned this at work, and one of my colleagues said her daughter should brush their hair when it's wet with conditioner on, as the knots will slide out. I noticed that my wife does this to her own hair, but still insists her daughter sit and get their hair brushed out. Oh, that sucks. Brushing your hair dry is
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's really painful unless
Not
you
to-
have really straight hair,
well,
and
not-
even then,
Well, not to mention, but he literally is watching his wife do the exact opposite of it's like, no. So
why
it's-
doesn't he tell her? Like, you don't have to just sit idly by, right? You can say like, "Hey, I don't want you brushing their hair while it's dry."
I'm guessing this is probably a very domineering mom.
Oh my gosh. Like, hey, put some conditioner in that. Or you don't even have to be mean about it. Just say, like, they'll be in a lot less pain if they take a shower first and then they can.
Oh my god, dude. This woman sounds vile.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So one of her daughters wanted to bake a cake. Why did he keep saying her daughters? So these must be stepkids. One of her daughters wanted to bake a cake, and my wife laughed to me afterwards as she said she missed out a crucial step in the recipe, and her daughter was upset when she failed. It really bothered me as it seems to give my wife a sense of satisfaction to leave her daughter to struggle and watch her fail.
You know, this reminds me of, wasn't some like rock star or some like musician that was like forced his kid to learn how to open a can of beans by themselves?
Yeah.
Who was that did that? I remember you showing that to me, and it kind of reminded me of this story. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, the way they learn is like they have to fail, but it's like you're not teaching them.
Outcry as Bean Dad forces hungry child to open tin can. Shut up with the ads. A dad in the U.S. who boasted about his parenting skills.
Oh,
after
not a right.
telling
He's a lame ass podcaster. Never
his
mind.
hungry 9-year-old daughter to open a tin of beans or go without food. After 6 hours, the child successfully opened the tin and was finally allowed to eat. Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's bullshit like this.
tell him to open up a can without a can opener. Do it with your fingers, and then you can eat. Asshole.
Tell him to do any sort of service or thing he doesn't have any expertise in, and when he fails at it, go like, "What? You're an adult. Can't
Yeah,
you
just figure it out.
Figure it out. Like, I don't know.
You need to code this computer
Yeah, just go ahead and do
to
it.
do X.
I don't know.
One of her daughters didn't like one of my wife's that she had cooked. She insisted the whole family follow her strict diet, and my wife then punished her silently by ordering her many ready meals and putting her on a ready meal diet for the next month without any explanation. I gently approached my wife with this, and she is now giving me the silent treatment. Am I the asshole?
God, I hate to immediately.
Why is he the asshole though? I'm confused. Why is Reddit saying he's the asshole?
Yeah, I don't know with this one.
Well, I don't know if it's a he. It could be a she.
But the fact, I hate to be one of those assholes on the internet that just like tells you to take a drastic step, but this person sounds vile, and I would divorce them. Like, you literally just like said like, oh, everyone needs to eat the diet I'm eating, and oh, I don't want to eat that. You're ridiculous. You're gonna like basically a fast food or a frozen meal diet for the rest of the month, and that's how it's gonna be. It's like she sounds like a Nazi. Like, she's literally trying to control everyone else around her, and her husband's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this, and it's all like, ah. It's like, okay, so she doesn't treat you like a partner. She's not even consulting you. It's like, I don't care if it's her daughters or not. If everyone's supposed to live there and live in a harmonious way, then you can't have this power play fucking shit. Like, this is a mom that clearly is like jealous of her children and is upset that they're probably like, oh, they have their whole life ahead of them. And it's like, I'm a failure, so let me take it out on my kids and want them to be miserable. It's like, I can't imagine wanting to bake a cake and then going, oh, my kid's gonna fail. Ah, what an idiot. It's like, shouldn't you be helping them bake the cake? Isn't that the whole point of working with them and teaching them? That's like so antithetical to what being a parent is supposed to be about.
She sounds like she's taking her anger for her kid's dad out on the kids.
Could be.
Yeah, that could be it. Something's off about this. Like, I mean, not
if not that, then it's just a really malicious person.
It's hard to know what's going on here.
Yeah,
really, because
it's very poorly written, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
which is quite common.
I mean, the thing with the hair is really disturbing because she's intentionally. I mean, he even says she brushes her own hair out after a shower because it's easier and it doesn't hurt her. But her kids are having to like get their hair painfully ripped out. They have afro hair. So they shouldn't be brushing it when it's dry ever.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
So they're having to sit through this pain. Now, why isn't why isn't this person, doesn't say what gender they are, but why is this person just sitting by and letting these kids get hurt?
So let's scroll down and see. So why are they being called the assholes? They're not doing, probably because they're not doing anything about it, is what I'm guessing.
This isn't sabotage, this is abuse.
I put you're the asshole because he labels it sabotage when it's clearly a woman taking pleasure in her kid's suffering. In his comment, he said she finds it funny when people get hurt, yet he gently approaches his wife. She's an asshole, obviously, and it could be everyone sucks here, but his attitude was so passive in the face of the children suffering. Yeah, that's pretty much what I called it.
I mean, it's like,
But you know, not everyone's like that though. Not everyone's like very confrontational. It's in fact it's difficult for some people to be that way. Now, I agree that
these are kids being hurt though. They can't speak up for themselves, you know?
yeah, and saying it's sabotage, maybe that person doesn't have a great command of the English language, so they're searching for the right word, and maybe sabotage isn't the right word. But you don't know the dynamic. It's hard to know. So I think this is way too much of an extrapolation, but I pretty much called it. That's why I figured someone would say, like, we're not doing enough to stand up for the kids. And maybe not. And maybe that is a fault for sure. But I don't think this person's an asshole for this situation. I think they're an asshole for not defending their kids, or at least standing up for those children. Because if his wife is so domineering and so controlling and just filled with this venom towards her family members, then this dude, it is incumbent on him to stand up to her and say, like, look, you can't treat everyone like this. And you're going to, then this ain't gonna work out. Because no one deserves to be treated like that. I mean, like, pushing that, I wouldn't say that's the level of like abuse.
Hair thing.
But that's
I mean, think about your hair being pulled though. It's like that's why pulling someone's hair in a fight is so effective, because it is a really painful thing. It's more painful than most.
It sounds like it's a painful brushing. It doesn't sound like it's literally like ripping the hair out, just like pulling it out. Because so that you see the pain. But I mean, like I mean, I have pain when people brush my hair in the past. So, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's abusive.
But they have very, very curly hair. So this is going to be more than just like you have some knots in your straight hair.
I just don't think I don't think you can declare someone that like abusive based on one person's account of a story.
Well, not just that, but like the making sure that the kids don't know how to do this, like the cake, and then thinking it's funny.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I mean, I have to assume. I mean, that's their version of events. I mean, because this almost.
How about the dieting? How about making a young girl diet?
I mean,
that is abusive.
I mean, it's honestly, if this person is real, it's astonishing. Like a lot of these things, I don't even bring up. Like, look, obviously, we take this with a grain of salt. But like here, if this person actually exists, oh man. I don't even know how you could be married to someone like this. I don't think I could stand to be in the same room as this person for 10 minutes, let alone like be married to them. I think that would drive me fucking wild. I think we have one more, but yeah, this is pretty clear cut. You know, I don't think the guy's really. I think Reddit got it wrong, but you know, I could see people disagreeing with me on that one.
All right. Am I the asshole for changing the door locks back after my wife changed them? I don't know. I, 30 male, have a beautiful wife who loves to serve others. We bought a home down the street for my family. I don't like that, serve others, but whatever.
Serve them. Serve me, woman.
We bought a home down the street for my family. I have a sweet sister who likes to crash at our house with her friends. My wife normally is pretty easygoing until recently. My sister's friends have been leaving messes, mostly towels on the floor, after using our pool. Damn, y'all got a pool?
That's fucked up.
I didn't grow up with a pool.
That's fucked up though. Like you can't have people over, especially like friends, and have them making messes. That's bullshit.
Yeah. My wife got upset picking up after them every day. I've asked my sister to make sure the house is clean after they leave, and it has been better. My wife also complained that some of her perfumes, clothes, personal items have gone missing.
Oh, fuck no. You can't.
Excuse me, what?
You're going to someone else's house and taking their shit like it's yours. No, fuck that.
The perfume's expensive.
Yeah, you're fucking banned from my motherfucking house.
My sister said it's not her. I believe her. I just don't see her doing that. I told my wife and we agreed to just replace them. Last week, my wife made a couple of pans of cinnamon rolls from scratch.
Oh shit, dude.
Don't you be fucking with no cinnamon rolls. Y'all better not have.
Dude, even the fucking Pillsbury shit from the fucking tin.
You don't fuck with nobody's cinnamon rolls.
Even that I'm defensive over. But someone from fucking scratch made a big ass delicious cinnamon roll. And oh, dude, I know this is going. I'm already mad, dude. It's like a declaration of war against somebody, in my opinion. If I made 2 fucking batches of cinnamon rolls and they're gone,
This is where it stops. Yep.
Yeah, like this is basically like me and you go to fucking Thunderdome and we fight to the death.
The road has ended here, man. One pan was for us. The second pan was for a coworker's family who was experiencing a tragedy.
Oh my
Nothing-
gosh! Someone ate their tragedy fucking cinnamon
not
rolls.
the tragedy rolls.
Look, I mean, so it's like a really, so obviously it's a really thoughtful
Nothing
thing.
cures a tragedy though, like cinnamon rolls.
I
Really.
mean, yeah, it's like there's a horrible thing for a coworker, and it's why it's like, you know what, I can whip up some delicious cinnamon rolls, and it's like a way to be supportive. And it's like now she's still gonna have to do it again because I think we know where this is going.
My wife went to the gym. I went to work, and my sister and her friends came by. Interesting that they're coming when your wife is gone.
Yeah, that's really strange. Like, so your wife
Hmm.
is like, when is your wife leaving? Are they staking out the house the minute like her vehicle fucking pulls away? It's like they pull
She's
up,
leaving.
they pop out. Time for a pool party.
The one pan wasn't enough. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So my wife went to the gym. I went to work, and my sister and her friends came by. The one pan wasn't enough for her and her friends. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One pan was for you and your wife. The other one was for the coworkers. One pan wasn't enough for her and her friends.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is she
Dude,
eating your food?
Yeah, she came in and decided to help that, like, her friends help themselves to your fucking shit, dude. I don't give a fuck who in my family. If TJ, if I made, like,
This is the donuts.
can you
dude.
imagine if I made 2 batches of cinnamon rolls and TJ came to my
He
house?
just came by and
and
ate them.
I'd be driving to his house to beat the shit out of him. I don't even give a fuck.
Well, I'd be asking for my cinnamon rolls. Shoot. So they wanted the second pan because the first one, which wasn't for them either, just wasn't enough.
Not enough for me.
And my sister texted my wife asking if they could eat them. She said no. I would say, where the fuck is the first pan?
They ate them anyways.
They ate them anyways. My wife upset went and bought new locks.
Fuck
100%.
yeah.
When I came home, my wife.
Well,
handed me
no,
a-
wait. We gotta stop.
They had a key to your house.
They asked, "Can we eat them?" And they said no. And they literally after that in her house, fuck her, because you know that's what basically was said. Like, who gives a shit? Like, my brother's a pushover. She's a pushover. We're just gonna eat them. I mean, like, because like anyone they really respected, they just would have went like, "Sorry, we can't eat them." They have no respect for you at all. None. Because if someone does this to you, they're literally telling you, "Fuck you. I don't care. I literally asked you and you said no." And I said, "Who gives a shit? I'm going to do it anyways." How do you like that?
This is the whole mother-in-law ate my dinner thing all over, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It's just different. They're
It's
just
another
younger.
entitled fucking person. Shocking. Oh, some entitled asshole showed up and did some fucked up shit.
When I came home, my wife handed me a new key and told me that she didn't want anyone else to have a key to her house. I tried to calm her down, and I told her that I would just go and replace the Eaton cinnamon rolls with store-bought ones.
That's not the issue.
Those aren't the ones, though. She made them, handmade them. She took the time.
That's not the
to make-
issue.
My wife decided this was her hill to die on. No, this is a fucking reoccurring theme here with your sister fucking
No.
up and you making excuses for her. Probably like you've always done. Probably like everyone has always done with your
This
sister.
This guy completely missed the fucking point. I tried to calm her down. Okay, good. I get that. And tell her I would go replace them, the Eden Seminoles with store-bought ones. So basically, like what you're saying is that I don't value you spend all this time making this from scratch. I don't fucking value that my sister disrespected you. That doesn't matter. The only thing is you need to calm down, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that my sister and her friends stole your perfume, clothes, personal items, trashed our house, ate your cinnamon rolls, ate another pan of cinnamon rolls, and no less tragedy rolls. Okay, those were tragedy rolls.
Yeah, and said no. And said no. My sister lost the privilege to come when we're not home. Right. That's exactly what that happens.
And now the fucking coworkers don't get
Yeah,
them.
replacing stolen items wasn't good enough anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
What are you talking about? Like, is this dude fucking mad? Is he literally insane? Like, his sister has been walking all over them. She's 17. I have a sweet so she's a teenager.
She's not sweet, by the way. She's
Yeah.
an ass.
Yeah, she's 17 and she doesn't give a fuck. And all your wife is saying is pretty reasonable. It's like, there's been a pattern of behavior. I'm tired of it. I don't want them coming to my house when I'm not here. And it's like, I'll just replace whatever they take. It's like, no, I just don't want someone I don't trust in my house.
I guarantee he's even texting them like, "Oh yeah, the ball and chain is gone. Go ahead."
Probably.
I tried to, let's see. My mom called and asked if my sister could use the pool as a. Why ask? She's been doing a free for all at their fucking house. Asked if she could use the pool as a back to school party. I was under the impression my mom would be there. I said yes. You need to ask your wife too. She already said nobody could come there. when they're not home.
No, see what this is? This is basically like the workaround to like, okay, she won't allow us to be there anymore, but if she thinks there's an adult supervising, then it's okay.
The wife said if we, meaning you and I, are not home, nobody can be there.
Yeah, but see, this is the workaround. They don't want them to be there, and the husband doesn't care. Clearly, the wife does care, but it's like, hey, if the mom calls, and it's cool because the mom's going to be there, right? That's what.
Oh my motherfucking
So
God.
obviously she's fine with that because it's like, oh yeah, because what her issue is, she wants like an adult to supervise what's going on.
Okay, so I was under the impression my mom would be there. I said yes. My mom was at work and our schedules clashed. The easiest solution was for me to change the locks back so they can come into the house.
That's not the easiest solution. Let them in one time. If you're even going to do that, even if you're going to do that, you don't fucking let them have carte blanche. You don't fucking say just have like you've already given them run of the house. They haven't respected it. Not to mention it's a pool party. Why can't they just go outside? Why do they have to go inside the house?
You're goddamn right, Damien. Taylor's gonna find this girl and bring the oranges. I'm taking out the Scotty sack. So my mom didn't come with my sister. When my wife got home after the party, it was a mess. She sent me the photos. She called me the asshole for changing the locks without talking to her about it. You are. Keep in mind, she did too. We'll get past that.
She did too because of what you had done.
Right. Then told me I broke her trust, which you did. She wasn't safe in her home because she keeps getting robbed, and I refused to put an end to it. I did talk to my sister.
Yeah, who just was probably like this.
Who keeps robbing her. Then my wife let me know she was staying with a friend for a while. Good for her.
Oh, shit, bro.
Am I the asshole here? Yes. I feel like I have tried to right any wrongs that have happened between my wife and my sister. You didn't. Update. Sorry, I haven't been able to reply. I've been busy.
Wait. Before we get to this. You are 100% the asshole. You're 100% the asshole, dude. Like, you share a home with somebody, and there's certain rules. And your wife was pretty flexible. She let it slide. To the point where it's like, I'm gonna make something. Let me text her. Can I eat this? And it's like, no, just don't eat that plate. You ate ours, but that's fine. That's for somebody else. Oh, who cares? I'm gonna eat it anyways. Like,
why would you even ask?
They've done nothing but disrespect you and your wife. And your solution is to basically go, I'll change the locks back and have a fun time. And it's just no big deal. It's like, and you're wondering why your wife is, because basically you made a choice. You chose your 17-year-old sister who probably doesn't give a fuck if you ever get laid ever again, and is just using you for your house. And that's it. I'm not saying she doesn't love you, but
it sounds like she is because she has a pool. That's
but you're being used because you have a pool.
Yep.
It's typical fucking thing.
There's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart and Lisa get a pool.
Oh, and everyone's seen this. Like, dude, I like when I was a kid growing up, I did have a pool, and I mean friends I would have, but I would never. See, I was different. I would be like, no, I don't want. We're not friends, because those kids knew that, dude. It was like I remember this one time this kid wanted to go, like it was a school function, and all the parents were like driving kids, and I did not like this kid at all, and he did not like me. But like he found out I have like. My mom had like a Sega in our Suburban, right? And he kept begging to go, and they're like, my mom's like, do you want him to go? And I'm like, no, we're not even friends. Like, we are friends. I'm like, no, we're not friends, dude. I fucking never have liked you at all. Like, I was kind of like my mom, like, I'm not friends with him. And he like threw this big fit. It's like, dude, we're not friends. Like, so like that's all this is here. Like, the brother's being taken advantage of because his sister's going like, oh, I love you, my big broken. By the way, I have a cool ass pool party at your house and trash it. Like, you provide us some snacks and it's like, dude, you're being taken advantage of 100%. It'd be one thing if like they had the party, they cleaned it all up. They were like, thank you guys so much. And they were like, they used that, but they were gracious. They're not being gracious to you. They're taking advantage of you. The friends are literally raiding your house, going through your shit, stealing from you, disrespecting your wife. And you're wondering why your wife's at this point in this fucking, well, you going to stay with some friends. She'd be mad not to.
Yep.
And then literally change the locks and like, don't bring anyone else here. She's every right to do that. She lives there. Don't bring anyone else to this fucking house. I don't want anyone else here unless I'm home or you're home. And then you go like, fuck you, I'm gonna change the locks back, and they do it again. Like, you're out of your fucking mind, bro.
Ethan181 says the update goes crazy, so let's read it. I talked to my mom again and let her know my sister isn't allowed over without me home, which was the deal with your wife.
Finally, reason.
I asked a friend's wife who is a maid to come deep clean our home, so when my wife comes home, it'll be clean. The last thing is my mom asked me to help cover my sister's cheer. She's on track for a scholarship. I told my mom I would pay half of my wife's things. I would pay half I think it's if
If
my wife's things were returned. If not, the money was going to replace the stolen items. Also, my sister was invited to homecoming. She wanted me to buy a dress.
Okay, it's a lot clearer here. So this guy basically has money.
Yep.
He's done well for himself. So basically, it's like her parents can't provide that. So it's like big bro is basically doing the thing like, I'll buy it. Like, so that's how he's viewed in the family. Like, oh, your brother will get that. Oh, you need to ask your brother. Oh, you need to ask your brother. So like,
yeah, brother ain't your dad.
They're probably buttering up the brother constantly,
Mhm.
and just like, and he doesn't give a shit. He's probably easy going. Like, oh, you trashed my house. I don't really care. I'll get a maid to come clean it or something. Whatever. Like, he's one of those dudes. But his wife obviously is like, we're being disrespected. You need to fucking this can't last.
I told her no for not following our home rules, and the money I saved for the dress is going to pay for the maid. I did replace the locks again. I also am planning a romantic dinner I will make and clean up. I heard a lot about the cinnamon rolls. Someone on here gave me the idea to make them. I am for dessert. Update, my sister and my mom left a few minutes ago. My sister had a bag of my wife's things, more than I thought was gone, and most items are in poor shape. Oh my God.
So they did it, dude. The sister literally lied to your face and took your wife's shit. Oh, dude, I'd be so fucking pissed. I would be so fucking pissed at this person at that point. Like
her brother, the ATM, exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I'd be so fucking mad if someone in my family did this to me. Like I would not want them around me for a long time.
The big thing is she had my wife's grandmother's ring I thought was in the safe.
Whoa.
How'd she get into the fucking safe?
How do you think?
I had no idea it was gone. My sister said she found it on my wife's nightstand during the party. She forgot she had it on when she left her home. The ring isn't valuable. It's just sentimental. I told my mom who the ring belonged to, and my mom lost it. Now she's grounded. Now she's grounded.
See, that's funny. It's like you took grandma's ring. Well, because you know what? Because the reason she finally got grounded by her mom was it's like she fucked with a family heirloom thing, and like a lot of moms are just weird about that shit. I don't know what it is.
Last update tonight. My wife is coming home. I'm staying at a friend's house until we can work some things out. I already stated it. But I did put the locks back on. My wife bought. My family doesn't have that key.
Dude, you should fucking literally have like a locksmith. Like, yeah, if you want to save your marriage and you love this woman, yeah, like you fucking basically like the locksmith is coming out, all the locks are swapped, like no one else is allowed in here. Like you should basically be saying like, yeah, you get everything you want. And you're about to be fucking apologizing to your wife profusely.
Early morning update. My mom called my wife last night and asked what my sister can do to fix/replace the damaged items. My wife said have her meet me every morning at 5 a.m. I decided to tag along and see what my wife had planned, trying to support her in whatever punishment she decides to do. The cinnamon rolls. My wife's worker's 4-year-old is in the final stages of cancer. Oh my fucking God. What the hell? Those were you ate a 4-year-old kid's tragedy rolls. Okay.
Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, dude, I've heard some low down fucking shit, dude. You ate a 4-year-old who's like about to die of cancer. You ate a precious little baby's fucking cinnamon rolls because you and your dumbass friend
who's dying.
Man, oh, dude, shoot her into the fucking sun.
My wife's plan is for my sister and her to prepare breakfast, get their other kids up and ready for the day, start laundry, basic cleanup, so her coworker and his wife can spend as much time as they can with their sick child before work. My sister was silent the whole time coming back home. I can tell it really hit her that her life isn't as hard, even being grounded. My wife has given me a second chance as long as I follow her list of rules.
Yeah, dude, better do it.
For a while, no family at our home, no family borrowing our things. No one is allowed without a key. I help with the chores around the house, including cooking meals. Last, my wife is okay with me seeing my sister, but asked that we all go to counseling to understand why my sister is targeting her. My wife said all of this has been really hard and she doesn't want to cause any more issues, but she just doesn't trust my sister and can't have her using our things.
I mean, yeah, dude, your wife's entirely right. This dude, honestly, the way it reads, I mean, he's trying to make himself be more sympathetic. He is definitely an asshole, but he also sounds fucking clueless. He sounds like a clueless motherfucker that doesn't realize what's actually going on. He doesn't realize the whole subtext to this. He didn't really see that he was being used by his sister, and his wife was basically just had pretty reasonable expectations of their home being protected from basically his family just robbing it, taking shit. I mean, like, there's literally a pile of stuff that had to be brought back.
And they were all damaged.
And you don't go behind someone's back if they live there, because I mean, like, she gives the key to the, like, he gives it to the sister, and she gives it to the wrong person. Like, yeah, you can go have a party there. That's a liability. That's a fucking huge liability. You don't know who the fuck's gonna show up. You don't know who she's gonna be hanging out with. You don't know who she's bringing to that party there. You don't know what they're gonna do to that house. Well, if they decide, hey, let's trash this house. That's happened to people plenty of times. So, I mean, this guy is at best a fucking naive child that somehow has done well for himself, and at worst, just, I mean, a callous asshole who didn't fucking care about what his wife wanted. Ugh, definitely the asshole though.
Great place to end on, also.
Yeah, hell of a story, hell of a tale. Well, guys, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. We love doing this. We'll be back.
Yeah, these are really fun. All right, bye.
Bye. Get out of here. Go.
Leave.
Get